Welcome to Neosho Wildcat Football live on KNEO.org. This is a presentation of the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Neosho Wildcats. This is your home for every sack, interception, and touchdown. Now, let's go live to the game site for all the action.
And the week before that, they Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Bob Anderson Stadium. John Ball, Matt Ball, Luke Taylor with you. We're here for a ball game between your Neosho Wildcats and the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Last year we went to Lebanon and we beat them rather soundly, and fortunately so. They started out last year with a 1-4 record. Then they clicked off 6 victories in a row, Matt.
Yeah.
So they are here and they are ready to go. They beat Joplin last week in their first ball game. They played Webb City, and they played them within a touchdown, so this is a pretty tough ball club. We're excited to be here. Lebanon is coached by Will Crispin. He has 16 starters returning, which is pretty exciting. They will start off with junior quarterback Beckett York. Now, this is a guy last year in limited time rushed for 196 yards and 5 touchdowns. He threw for another 736 yards and another 6 touchdowns. In the backfield with him will be Eli Simmons, who just last week, and he is listed as a quarterback, but last week against Joplin, he rushed for 94 yards in that big win. Kristen says everything starts with the front, and they've got 3 seniors, all 12-game starters from last year, Rubenin, Perkins, and Jackson. They all, by the way, received all COC honors before it was over with. So up front, they will be in charge of trying to run the offense, but the Cats have got quite a defense. We saw that last week, didn't we?
Yeah, they definitely were able to push the line and penetrate. And they looked good. They really did.
Yeah, they really did. This is the pregame show. It is being brought to you by ProLube, the Tire and Auto Center. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll be back. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. The best teams in sports always end up with a target on their backs. Their success means that they are always being hunted by the rest of the teams in the league. In our own lives, when we make the decision to follow Jesus, it's not always easy. Noticeable changes take place that force us into the role of being hunted. We shouldn't be surprised when a target is on our back because persecution and suffering is part of our journey as followers of Jesus. 1 Peter 4:12-13 explains, "Beloved, do not be surprised at the fiery trial when it comes upon you to test you, as though something strange were happening to you. But rejoice insofar as you share Christ's sufferings, that you may also rejoice and be glad when his glory is revealed." Today, let's be encouraged that a genuine life in Christ comes at a cost, but our temporary challenges reveal we're on the right path. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Looking for a personal checking account with real rewards? Open a Community Choice checking account at First Community Bank and earn up to $200. Get $100 when you set up direct deposit and another $100 after just 15 debit card purchases. No monthly service fee, free online and mobile banking, and interest paid on your balance. Open your account today with just $50 and start enjoying the perks. Call 888-780-8391 or visit firstcommunity.net for details. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for complete details.
At Calvary Neosho, we aren't your grandmother's church, because she lives in Akron, Ohio, and that would be a terribly long commute for church. But if she did live in Neosho, we at Calvary would be delighted to have her come visit us. And since you live here, we would definitely like you to come visit us. Then, when your Nana comes to visit for Christmas, you can bring her to church and introduce us to her. We're sure she is a delightful lady. You can find us at Facebook/Calvary of Neosho, or join us in person at 3650 Oak Ridge Extension. We gather for worship Sundays at 10:30 a.m. Calvary Neosho. Not your grandma's church, but we'd sure like to meet her.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Wildcats!
Welcome back to Bob Anderson Stadium. John Ball, Matt Ball, and Luke Taylor here. We're getting ready for a ball game between the Neosho Wildcats and the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. And right now, Matt, it is 86 degrees outside, and I think you made the comment. People that are already here are definitely Neosho's loyal, aren't they?
They are. You got to be sitting in this sun.
Yeah, you really do. Hey, congratulations to our Lady Wildcats. Last Thursday night, they took on the Glendale Falcons, and they run-ruled them in 6 innings, but they did it in a really strange way. We scored 4 in the first inning, none in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. And are you ready for this?
Here we go.
Here we go. In the bottom half of the 5th inning, Autumn Kennard came up and hit her second home run of the game. 1 pitch later, Kendon Smith hits a home run. The next batter up is Journey Arnold. She hits a single. Sadie Leach, who's hitting the 4-hole, comes up, and she hits a home run. So there were 3 home runs in that inning, and it walked off, and the Cats won it 10-0.
Yeah. Hey, you guys, if you're listening to me out there, you've got to come watch these Lady Wildcats. They've got something special going on, and I tell you what, it was just awesome getting to watch that happen.
Yeah, it really was. It was exciting to see that happen, and it hyped the Cats up just a little bit. Now, they are in the Springfield area for the Fall Festival tournament. They are playing schools that they would not normally play, and that's kind of the idea behind that. They played Kearney, the first school from up around Kansas City, got beat 3-1. Then they took on Fort Zumwalt West, who won their class last year, and I believe they were the state champions, and they got beat 13-5. They're getting ready to play Grain Valley, and we'll see how that score comes out, and we'll let you know about it as it comes along. Well, if you look here at Bob Anderson Stadium, you see we've got a Jumbotron over to, now I'm facing the field, so it's going to be to my left or it's going to be to the south. Over to the north, we've even got something different. We've got a new critter, and it is a Wildcat that I have a strange feeling when it comes time to have the players come onto the field, they're going to run through that Wildcat.
They're coming. They're going to come right through that mouth.
Yeah, that's something we've not seen up to this point. The Cats had a great victory last week against Kickapoo. They are now 2-0. They beat Kickapoo 35-13 after leading halfway, Matt, but 21-0. Cats were led by senior running back Keyshawn Roan, who had 101 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. Not to be outdone, junior quarterback Blaine Patterson did some running on his own, picked up 77 yards and a touchdown. Here's the thing about it, though. Patterson last week had 15 targets, and he was successful on 12 of them for 180 yards. 91 of those passing yards were in the hands of senior wide receiver Mason Spiva, who broke a 77-yard pass play in the last 50 yards of it. It was just a running game to leg it out until the end. So that was really exciting, and that's certainly got the Kickapoo people settled down a little bit. Over on the defensive side, Jackson Ertl had 2 sacks and 7 tackles. Now here's the thing about that's interesting. That is the 12th game in a row that Jackson Ertl has had 12 tackles or 5 tackles or more.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Very impressive.
So, and we're looking for the Cats to do the same thing tonight. We've defensively shown that we can play with just about anybody in our offensive line, which is next to none. And we've got kids playing both ways. Now, we anticipate with the temperature being the way it is that there's probably this ball game is going to go a little bit longer, because we sure want to be able to get the kids plenty of water, because we don't want anybody to get dehydrated. So, yeah. Hey, Luke, I'll tell you what, if there's people out there that are watching us and they can help us out and spread the word, Seneca Indians tonight are on YouTube.
Yeah, that is correct. We had a little bit of a technical snafu earlier today, and thankfully YouTube was there. That just like what we do with Neosho Wildcat Athletic Sports Network, just like we do with our Mack County Sports Network, we're going to be bringing the Seneca game also live on YouTube tonight. And so, we appreciate that resource is out there, and makes it easier than ever for people to find all the games we do.
Yeah, it really does. So if you've got friends that are Seneca fans, and there's a lot of Seneca fans in the area that are trying to figure out where it is, give them a call. Tell them to get on YouTube and get on. Just search Seneca.
Yeah.
Search Seneca, and that Seneca football game will come up. They're playing Nevada, so it ought to be quite a ball game tonight, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
This is the pregame show. It is being brought to you by ProLube, the Tire and Auto Center. We're going to take another 3-minute timeout. We'll be back with keys to the Cats, starting lineups, and much, much more. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
The Neosho R5 School District is committed to shaping the future, one student at a time. From academics to athletics, we empower our students to reach their full potential, installing values of hard work, teamwork, and integrity. We would like to thank you for tuning in to the broadcast today and cheering on our Wildcats. Our dedicated teachers, staff, and coaches work hand in hand to provide a well-rounded education that prepares students for success. Together, we're building a brighter tomorrow for our community. The Neosho R5 School District, where excellence thrives.
Welcome back to the pregame show, Neosho Wildcats, as we await the team from Lebanon and the Neosho Wildcats to get back out here on the field. John Ball, Matt Ball, and Luke Taylor with you. I caught up with Coach Touty this week. We're going to take time out and listen to his pregame interview, and then we'll be back after this.
Every year, about 15,000 self-help books are published. The Bible has outsold them all, overwhelmingly. But is the Bible reliable? For Billy Graham, the answer to that question was a resounding yes.
Hundreds and thousands of books have been written to give man inward calm in the muddle of his confusion. Only the Bible has been able to meet the need and meet it fully. It has become wealth to those who had none of this world's goods. It has become wisdom to those who never knew a schoolroom. It has been a light shining in the darkest places of the earth, dispersing gloom and superstition.
And what makes this book so special?
This book is God's unchanging word, sent to man. Turn to the Bible. Find there, from its inspired pages, the living Christ, who once at Calvary took the sins of men upon himself. He will pardon all your sins.
Discover more about the Bible at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. And it's from the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is newmac.com or 417-451-1515. Newmac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
It's time for the Brandon Touty Coaches Show. The Coaches Show is sponsored by Newmac Electric. Now, here's Coach Brandon Touty.
Welcome to the Coaches Show, and we've got head coach Brandon Touty. I'm John Ball. Coach, great win up against Kickapoo the other night in the rain.
I appreciate it. We got a really good group of kids that have been working hard, and we went on the road and got a big win against a good program, a Class 6 school, and so that's a big one, especially to get it on the road and those kind of conditions, when it's rainy and it's wet out. And we didn't necessarily start super well. We had the fumble right out of the gate, but after that, it was basically all cats. So super proud of our kids.
Yeah, I tell you, from where I sat, the running game was basically all Patterson and Roan, and that's got something to do with that offensive line, doesn't it?
It really does. Blaine and Keyshawn will be the first ones to tell you that it starts with those big guys up front. And we've got some veteran guys up there, guys like Everson Tomlinson and Gabe Bastide that have played a lot of snaps for us up front, and they do a great job on the left side of that line. But then we got some newer guys as well, with Michael Shellhorn at center, and then Ryan Counts at guard, and Jackson Ertl at tackle, and we've had Aiden Carrillo come in and play some big snaps for us on that line too. And so we've got a different group of guys kind of mixing in and out, but they just do a great job. They've spent a ton of time in the weight room, and it's about as strong of an offensive line as I've ever coached, and they definitely got a lot of movement up front and opened a lot of holes for those two to be able to make some big runs.
Well, I tell you, Gabe Bastide specifically, last year we didn't call his name a whole lot until about, halfway through the season or so, but between him and Tomlinson, they blow a hole open big enough for a semi-truck to go through, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, they really do. Those two playing right next to each other, they've been good buddies for a long time, so I'm sure they love being next to each other, but they're just two extremely strong and smart individuals, so there's not much you can do to kind of get by them. They've seen just about every blitz and stunt, and so they pick all that up very well, but they also just move the guys in front of them, and so, anytime we can get behind them, we know we're going to get at least a couple yards, if it's not a lot more after that.
Well, I'm thinking specifically about a play probably 2 or 3 minutes into the third quarter that Blaine was getting ready to throw the ball, and then he went straight up the middle and got the first down and was never touched until he decided to stop running. That tells you something about those guys, doesn't it?
It does. They open up the lanes, and Blaine does a good job with his legs, and a lot of times those are reads for him where he's kind of understanding what the defense is doing, and so his knowledge of the game has grown so much over the last year, and he's able to read that defense, and those guys up front open up the holes for him, and if you give him a crease, he's just so quick and agile that he's going to take advantage of it.
During the first ball game, we talked about how many guys that we've got playing on both sides of the ball. You took advantage of some opportunities on Friday night to get some other kids involved so that we can get some of those guys that really are after it on both sides of the ball a little bit of a break.
Yeah, we did. We had a lot of guys come off the bench and play a lot of snaps for us, and Aiden Carrillo, Dayton Kivett being guys on the line specifically that came in and played some really good snaps for us, and so proud of those guys, and we feel like, as the year goes on, we'll continue to develop some more depth and be able to spell those guys even more, and so they had to play a ton of snaps week one, but we think moving forward, each week we're going to be able to play less and less snaps and be able to keep them fresh for playoff time.
Specifically, Kivett looked like he'd been at home over there on that defensive inside all the time.
Yeah, he played a great game for us. Just high energy. Dayton's always a high energy physical kid, and he plays hard and he plays emotional and with a ton of energy. And so it's fun to watch him play, and he had a great night on Friday night.
Well, the other thing that happened was we're kind of getting that Patterson-Howard connection going, aren't we?
Yeah, for sure. Lincoln's a really good receiver. He came on strong the second half of the season for us last year as a sophomore, and so as a junior, he's kind of settled in, and He's became a good target for Blaine, and they're on the same page a lot. And Howard does a great job after the catch, as all of our wide receivers do, And so we've got a good group there. We've got Lincoln Howard and Haven Plummer and Mason Spiva, all juniors, so they've been playing with Blaine for a long time. That they've been growing up together and playing catch together, so they're all on the same page. And then you throw in Brock Pyle, who's a senior that started for a few years for us, that provides some of that leadership and to help some of those younger guys out. And so it's a really good group, and we got faith in all of them. And Lincoln's been the guy the last couple of weeks that has gotten a lot of targets, but I think all those guys are capable of making big plays when they get the opportunity.
Well, I want to go back to Spiva for just a minute. Before we do that, you mentioned Brock Pyle. There is, in my opinion, one of the unsung heroes of Neosho football. I mean, this is a guy that is in motion probably more than anybody else, and you depend upon him to block. You depend upon him for a little deception. You depend upon him very rarely to actually catch the ball.
Yeah, I mean, he does so much for us, and most of it goes unnoticed unless if you really understand football and what we're trying to do. But like you said, we move him around a ton and create some mismatches for those other guys by moving him around and even getting him open a little bit. And then, we bring him into the backfield, and he blocks for us like an extra offensive lineman. But he just understands the game. He's an extremely intelligent kid and understands the game, and he really ties our entire offense together. And, he's just an unselfish kid that doesn't really care. If he's a guy that's getting the ball or if he's a guy that's blocking, he's going to do whatever we need him to do. He just wants the Cats to be successful, and so it's a reason why his teammates believe in him, and they voted him one of our captains.
Okay, yeah, and I agree, but let's talk about Mason Spiva. He catches the ball over the middle, and from then on, it was literally a foot race, wasn't it?
Yeah, Mason's done a great job for us. He's had a big summer and big fall so far. He sat out all last year with an injury, so he missed his entire sophomore season. So he's a guy that's missed a year, but then's been thrown right into the action on Friday nights, and he's done a great job. He's had some big catches the last 2 weeks, and last week against Kickapoo, he had a huge one. He showed a little bit of speed running away from the guys after he got the ball as well for a huge touchdown.
Yeah, on the defensive side, I'll tell you a guy that we called his name a lot last week, and that was Nate Winkler.
Yeah, Nate Winkler's another kid that's been, just working hard every day. He's a senior, and he's dedicated a lot of time to the program the last 4 years, and it's really starting to pay off. He showed a lot of speed as they were trying to get outside, but he was able to do a good job of taking good angles and showing his speed. He's a quick linebacker for us. We got McGehee in the middle that's a little more of a plugger, and, everybody kind of wants to try and run away from him because of how physical he is, and Nate does a good job of making sure that's not possible.
Well, hey, we've got some guys here at our house tonight, and I'm talking about the Yellow Jackets. Probably our biggest test of the year, and I know you don't like to look from team to team to team, but probably this is our biggest test on the fact that they were within one touchdown of Webb, and then they turned around and beat Joplin.
Yeah, Lebanon's a really good football team. They are year in and year out. Last year, I think people thought they were down, but they made a deep playoff run and ended up losing to the eventual state runner-ups by one score. So they're consistently good. They're well coached, and their kids play extremely hard. So, we know every year they're going to be good, and they played some good games to start the year, but we feel like we have too. So it should be a fun night. We're excited about the matchup. Two good football teams in the COC going at it, and so we're excited that it's happening at Bob Anderson Stadium, and we get to do it in front of our community.
Yeah, we really do. And talk for just a minute or two about how exciting it is to be at Bob Anderson.
I mean, it's awesome. It's as good of a place to be on a Friday night, in America, as far as I'm concerned. We have unlimited fan support. Our fans show out every Friday night, and our student section's always just wild and crazy and provides a fun environment for the kids, and our band is as good as anybody along with our cheerleaders and our dance team, and you just get everybody here together in one spot and a beautiful setting, and so there's nowhere else in the world I'd rather be on a Friday night.
All right, Coach, thank you so much. Go after him, wish you a lot of luck, and we'll talk to you after the ball game.
I appreciate it. Go Cat.
You've been listening to the Brandon Touty Coaches Show. The Coaches Show is sponsored by New Mac Electric. We'll be back with more Wildcat football after this on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
There are no atheists in foxholes. Billy Graham has a theory on that old saying.
It seems to be instinctive in man to pray in times of trouble.
How about you? Are you in the midst of a battle and you don't know what to do? Well, think foxholes.
God answers prayer. With God, nothing is impossible. No problem is too difficult. No burden too heavy for His love. If Jesus needed to pray, how much more we need to pray today. The scripture says, pray without ceasing. This should be the motto of every true follower of Christ. Never stop praying, no matter how dark and hopeless your case may be.
You can learn more about prayer at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net from the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here at the ball. We're going to start this segment with Keys for the Cats. Keys for the Cats is sponsored by State Farm agent Eric Norris in Neosho, located at 437 West Kohler Street in Neosho. Eric and his team offer a variety of insurance services for individuals and businesses. Learn more online at ericnorrisinsurance.com or by phone at 417-451-6666. Go Wildcats.
All right, in Keys to the Cats, while the Neosho Fighting Wildcats are out there doing the national anthem, we certainly don't want to be disrespectful to that, so we'll hold on here for just a minute and we'll finish that. All right, Keys for the Cats. See, Blaine Patterson was 12 of 15 last Friday night. That is the highest QB rating of his high school career. A win tonight would make us continue connecting with the wide receiving room. That opens up the ground game. A key to tonight is complete passes. Attack from the front. Coach Christian is right when he says that this game is won or lost in the trenches. 4 defensive men have got to be able to stop the run. We've got to get back, and we've got to keep their quarterback in check. And that's going to happen if they continue to run the ball, then they're going to eat the clock up as well. So a key tonight is to play the game from up front, both sides, offense and defense. This is a talented ball club. With their kind of skill, they go out and they do what comes naturally. If anybody can do that any better, it's this group of Neosho Wildcats. The key for tonight's ball game is to excel. Do what you do best. And S stands for stymie. Let's stymie Lebanon. Let's don't let them run the show. We'll make them play our game and run the ball the way we want to do it. And we do our best to stop their run and keep their quarterback, York, in check. He's the guy that not only runs the ball, but he also throws it pretty well. If we can focus on him after the ball game, we're going to ring the bell. And here comes Lebanon on the other side. As you can see, we have a Wildcat over there, and we have the team is going to run through that and come out onto the field. And we've got cheerleaders out there. We've got the band getting ready to go. They'll be playing the fight song, and we'll get this ball game underway. It is 86 degrees out, and we would anticipate that there will be a lot of water breaks during this ball game tonight. The sun is starting to go down just a little bit, and there's a bigger crowd coming over here at Bob Anderson Stadium. And as Matt said the other night, cheering at Bob Anderson Stadium makes this the 12th person. We want everybody out here up on their feet and cheering, and we're going to be ready to get going here in just a minute or two. This is the first time this has come about, and we've got runners cats ready to come through the big Wildcat. You see Superintendent of Schools Jim Davis over there. You see Keith Kilgore and Jeremy Phillips both over there, and we'll be ready to get going here in just a minute or two. It's a beautiful, beautiful evening for football. We're glad to have you all with us. we certainly hope that there will be no injuries, and of course the umpires will take care of that. The officials for tonight's ball game. Officials for tonight's ball game, and we've actually got them mic'd up a little bit. The referee is going to be Mike Venning. The umpire is Luke Farley. The backfield judge is going to be Blake Crowley. The line judge is Mark Haynes, and then the other backfield judge is Kent Herwell. So we'll be ready to get this ball game going here in just about a minute. We'll have the coin flip, and that should be coming out here in just a few minutes. We're seeing the Wildcats now walking up, those that are not playing tonight, and one of those that's not playing tonight is Dane Arthur. Dane was hurt last week. I talked with his mother, Brandy. In fact, just last night, he has an MRI scheduled for next week, so he'll be out at least until that MRI comes about. Timing is everything, and for the Cats to do this the first time is pretty exciting. We want to let everybody know now also that on the 26th, that's the Webb City ball game, we will be inducting 4 into the Wildcat Hall of Fame.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be a great, great time for that. And here come the Cats. They're led by number 75, and that is Everson Tomlinson. And here they come with their flags coming out, and they're showing them back and forth. Number 5 out there is Keyshawn Rome. He's got a flag going, and the rest of the flags are going through. And the Cats are playing the fight song. You can't hardly hear it right now. There's a drone overhead, it looks like, so we'll be able to get that picture as well of the Cats coming through the Wildcat for the very first time. Lebanon's already over on their side, and Cats will have to get their captains ready to go. And we will tell you the captains as we get them out there. It doesn't change very often. It's going to be Brock Pyle, number 25. Number 11 is Blaine Patterson. Number 67 I cannot see exactly who that is. I believe that is Woodard, and then no, I believe that is Bustede. That's Gabe Bustede, and then big number 75 is Everson Tomlinson. So we'll be ready to go here with the coin flip here in just a minute. The officials are getting ready to escort both sets of captains out onto the field for the coin flip.
We got that sun finally going down too. It's going to be a little hard to see at times here in this first quarter with it glaring right into our face.
Yes, it will. It'll be a little bit difficult.
We'll do our best, though.
So we're set up. The captains are voted upon by the team, and there's some of those guys that go both sides, especially Tomlinson, the first ball game. He never missed a snap, and we calculated that was about 182 snaps in that ball game. What we found out last week when we played Kickapoos. Fortunately, we're a little bit deeper, and we have the opportunity to bring some other guys in, bring them up, and give those big guys a rest because they sure need it. We're going to take one more time out, and we'll be back. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back.
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce invites you to download the new Experience Neosho app, available for free on the Apple and Google Play Store. Your guide to eat, shop, play, and stay in Neosho, and your direct link to KNEO Wildcat Sports. Download the app, register to win weekly prizes, and listen to your favorite Wildcat sports. Good luck, Wildcats. We can't wait to hear you ring that bell.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Joe Ringstaff, your Neosho Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Joe Ringstaff is a proud sponsor of the Neosho Wildcats on KNEO. For all your investment needs, call 417-451-7789 or stop by the office at 2502 Lusk Drive, Suite D in Neosho. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
We're getting ready to get this ball game underway, but we'll give you some names that you're going to hear from the Lebanon varsity. Number 1, Brody Shoemaker. Number 3 is Joe Simmons. Number 5, look for him to be a wide receiver, is a senior, Evan Gogol. The quarterback is Beckett York. He is a junior this year, and in the backfield with him will be Elijah Simmons. Also number 22, who will be in the slot back position, is Brandon Christian. Carson Hill was in there, Eli Jackson, Jake Rookaband, and Hayden Perkins. For your Neosho Wildcats, on the offense, it starts out with a tackle on the far side, Big Everson Tomlinson. He's a senior. He is 6'3", and goes 215. Gabe Bastide will be next to him in the guard position at 5'10" and 230. Michael Shellhorn, the junior, is centering the ball. He's 5'11" and 245. On the other side is Brody Leach, a junior, 6'4" and 265. And then the other tackle is Jackson Ertl, a junior that is 6'3" and 241. Blaine Patterson, the junior quarterback, back in the backfield with Keyshawn Rome, who's a senior running back. The wide receivers will be Lincoln Howard, Mason Spiva, Brock Pyle, and Hayden Plummer. Defensively, it is going to be Tomlinson, Bastide, Ertl, and then on the other side will be Wilfong and Kivett. The linebackers will be Colby McGehee, Nate Winkler, Lincoln Howard, Oliver Martin, Cayman Romes, Hayden Plummer, and then Mesa Spiva / Mr. Shoddy. And there's the ball. It's kicked off to the Wildcats. And it's going to be a touchback. Number 3 caught that ball, and that was Hayden Plummer, and he touched it back wisely, so the Cats will pick up things on the 20-yard line. Mason Spiva and Lincoln Howard are wide backs over on this side. In the backfield is Rome, Keyshawn Rome, and quarterback is junior quarterback Blaine Patterson. And he calls the signals. Cats have got it really spread out. They stop over on the far side. Are 2 wide receivers as well, and they're about 10 yards apart. And now there's it looks like that there is a penalty already, and this has been the Cats' bugaboo. We've started off with the first play of the ball game that has been an issue. Last week we took the ball and we fumbled it, but then we held Kickapoo, and we never looked back in the ball game. In the ball game earlier, defense allowed a pass play, and that is going to be Patterson calling his own number, and he's going to be up there to about the 26, 27-yard line. Cats in their no-huddle offense. And the ball is snapped, and Patterson's going to call his own number again, and he's got the first down.
Nice hit.
Nice job by the Cats that time, and you're right, he just lowered his head and ran over a Lebanon defender. And we're at it again, as we said, running in just as fast as we possibly can, trying to wear them down. He looks over, Roan goes over to the other side, and here's the first play, and it's Roan goes up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 4. Tackled in there by Brody Shoemaker for Lebanon. And just as quick as the emergency vehicles get here, they take off. Apparently there's a problem somewhere, so fire truck and ambulance are taking off. There's still an ambulance left here just in case. Cats picked up about 4 that time. So it is 2nd and 6. The clock is, apparently it has stopped, so we're looking to, something is going on. I'm not sure exactly what. And we're looking around. Maybe the officials are just waiting to get the noise out of the way. Now the clock gets going, and here we go. 21 seconds on the play clock. The ball is snapped, and it goes to Rome again, and he's going to make it up to about the 43-yard line, 42-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and about 2.
Boy, you really hate to stop that tempo, though.
Boy, you really do. Lebanon's got a 4-man front as well. And Rome that goes right up the middle again, and he got the first down. So the Cats are going to get the first down, and they'll start at the 45-yard line. A good sustained drive right now is exactly what the Cats need to be able to show who's in complete control. There's the ball again. It's given to Rome, and he's loose, and he's going to get almost another first down. He got through the original group of blockers and just kind of juked his way on up, so it's going to be 2nd and 1. Plummer and Spiva over on this side. Brock Pyle has not been in motion yet, but here we go, and Patterson calls his own number, and he picks up the first down.
And then some.
Yeah, he did. And we saw last week when he was rushing for 77 yards, he's getting more and more comfortable. And here's the thing about that, Matt. It's not just his ability to do it. It's those blockers holding the block so he can make the right decision. There's the ball given to Rome. He gets on the outside, and he's going to get up about another, going to get up to the 37, 38-yard line. Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 6. Patterson looking over. Sun is getting ready to go down, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot more pleasant here in just a few minutes. And there's Pyle. He's in motion in that slot position, and he makes a block, and there's a throw.
Oh.
And Rome just drops it a little bit. Number 11 is Christian Williams, and he was the defender that time, and he hit him just about the time the ball hit his hands as well. So it's 3rd and about 6 for the Cats. And here comes Patterson, and he's got the first down, and he's going to continue to go, and he's juking his way all the way up to, going to be called knocked out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. Nice job of running. He juked his way up there. That's exactly what he did. He got 3 tacklers out, evaded 3 tacklers, and there goes the ball. And the Rome is going to be up to about the 4-yard line. So the Cats are knocking. There is 8 minutes and 39 seconds left in the first quarter. And the Cats have had a pretty good sustained drive up to this point. Now if we can just take it in for pay dirt. And Pyle's in motion. He's going to turn and go back the other way. And there comes Rome, and he gets...
They had his number that
somebody
time.
at Lebanon decided, no, that's not going to work at all. And there was Elisha Simmons and Jackson Snyder. It's going to be 3rd and 4. This is 4-down territory for the Cats. And the ball snapped, and there we got the first down. That hard cadence has been very, very successful for us in the other 2 ball games. So that is going to... It's going to be offsides. They jumped, and we're going to take the ball down to about the 1. Well, I guess they're going to call it the 2-yard line, where it is going to be 1st and goal. Well, they're going to bring it down. They're going to take half the distance, and it's 3rd and goal. Okay, I understand that better now. And we've got our big package in, and number 40, McGehee, gets stopped. And that big package, or the tank formation as we call it, is with Everson Tomlinson in the backfield as well doing the blocking, and Kobe McGehee, who normally plays middle linebacker, runs the ball, and that's been pretty successful. So it's 4th and goal. And the Cats need to score right here. Turning the ball over is not going to be real good. And Blaine has got the ball, and he rolls it out, and there is a catch.
Touchdown.
To number 3, and that's Haven Plummer. Touchdown, Neosho Wildcats. Great job of deception that time. Blaine actually rolled the ball out and could have gone in for himself, but Haven Plummer was wide open, nobody even close. So the Cats, with 7 minutes and 16 seconds left in the first quarter, are up by a score of 6-0. Shoddy on for the extra point. It's up and good.
It is good.
So the Cats are up 7-0. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Today's sporting event is being made available for your family by Chris Wright of Dig Right Equipment Rental, located just off Highway 49 at the Carterville exit by Casey's. Open Monday through Friday and Saturdays till noon with rentals of outdoor construction equipment and even attachments for your machines. Chris Wright of Dig Right Equipment Rentals is a proud supporter of today's game. 417-317-4995.
Welcome back to Bob Anderson Stadium, where the Wildcats have hit pay dirt first, and the score is 7-0 with 7 minutes and 16 seconds left. Tanner Shoddy getting ready to kick the ball off for the Cats. And he's counted noses, and kickers 2 responsibilities. Kick the ball and count noses, make sure there's 11 out there. That's exactly what happened. And we're getting ready, and here's the kick. It's kind of a pooch kick, and it goes to number 10. That is Eli Salmons. And he runs up, and he's knocked out of bounds by a host of Wildcats at about the 34-yard line. In the backfield will be junior quarterback Beckett York. And I believe we're going to see Salmons. As we said earlier, he is listed as a quarterback, but no, we've got the slot back position and underneath center, and there's some motion, and there goes the ball the first time, and it's
all right.
Nice job. Tomlinson hit him the first time, but that went to number 26, and that was Carson Hill. Picked up about 2. Great time if the Cats could stuff them and turn the ball over on downs. The old momentum would go our direction. And there's another person. That's number 10, and that's Elijah Salmons, and he was in that slot back position. He took 2 steps and came right back to where he was. And it looks like we're going to pass the ball, and that ball is caught, and number 3 for the Wildcats, Hayden Plummer, made a great play on it. They're going to pick up, looks like, about 2. It was Joe Simmons that time that made that play. So it is 3rd and about 6. York looks around, and he tries the same thing, but it does not work, and the ball goes to number 22, or number 26, and that's Carson Hill, but he's going to pick up about 3, not near enough for the first down. So it's going to be 4th and about 3. And they're going to go for it. Early in the ball game, you would think, and there's a timeout that's called, and I believe it's official timeout for a water break. So we're going to take a timeout, Luke, also, and we'll be right back. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Aiden Plummer is back to receive the punt, and we can't see exactly who it is punting. He's back on about the 22, 23-yard line. There's a line, and then there's 3 defenders, and then there's the punter. So here comes the punt. It's a high punt. It's kind of a knuckleball, and it's going to let it go, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. So that's where the Cats will set up shop, on the 18-yard line. Matt, how about another long, sustained drive?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we need. Hey, what a great job on the defense, guys.
Yeah, they did. They did a great job. They did exactly what needed to be done. They obviously are coached up pretty good, and they made the stops. Ronan Patterson in the backfield. We've got 2 wideouts on each side, and the ball is, Patterson hangs on to it, and he gets around, and he's going to get a first down. That is exactly what we talk about when we talk about the maturity of Blaine Patterson. He looked around, looked like it was almost a broken play, didn't have an opportunity in the world, and he cut up around the far end for a first down.
Kind of running that option.
Yeah, pretty much. And there's a ball. This one's going to go to Rome, and Rome's going to go right up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards. It's tackled in there by Brody Baker. Looks like it's going to be second about 4 for the Cats. Ball is snapped, and Patterson's just going to go with it, and he gets out around the end, and he's going to get the first down. And I tell you what, that was just him, because he carried number 4, who is Isaac Kenyon, and he just carried him the last 3 yards, Matt.
Yeah.
Isaac Kelm, So here the Cats are in business again. They get across the 50-yard line, and it looks like it passing. He's going to throw it, and that was a tough play, almost up and got it. Looked like there was a little bit of footwork, got their legs messed up just a little bit. That ball was for Lincoln Howard.
You got to test the long ball.
Yeah.
You got to test it out right now.
And he just about had it. He really did, and he brought his feet inbounds, and that would have been a great play. So comes Rome. He goes right up the middle again, and he's almost got another first down. So he's over into Lebanon territory, and it's going to be 3rd and about 3. And looked like we were going to try that hard snap again, because we were pointing to everybody there, and there it comes. And Patterson calls his own number again. Seems like he's real comfortable when it's a 3rd and 2 or 3.
Absolutely.
And he picked up about 8 that time.
Hey, he trusts his O-line.
Yeah, absolutely.
He trusts his O-line, and look what happens.
Absolutely, that's exactly right. And well, Patterson looks over. We got still continue to have twins on each side, and calls his own number again, and he gets all the way up to about the 32, 33-yard line. Well, they were going to spot it on 34, so I was pretty close. That's going to make it second and about 4. Second and 3 is what they're telling us, so we'll not quibble with that. And there's a ball, and it's going to go to Rome. Rome has got the first down and then some. He's tackled in there by number 4, Isaac Helm, for Lebanon. But it's another Wildcat first down.
This offense is running like a greased machine right now, folks.
It really is. And there goes the ball to Rome again, and he is going to be up. They're going to spot the ball at about the 21. Yeah, and the Cats are ready to go again. They're looking around, and here they go.
Tempo.
Brock Pyle is way out over on the other side, 2 wide receivers, but here comes Rome again, and he picks up the first down.
He got hit, boy.
He got hit, and it was number 12. That was Jackson Snyder, and he reached down and helped him right up. A good show of sportsmanship. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and about 1 for the Cats. And Patterson calls his own number again, and he gets the first down and a couple. The Cats are firing on all cylinders. They're getting the lead blocker, and Patterson is making plenty of room, as well as Rome. Pyle is waving at people, and Patterson hangs on to the ball that time, gets down to about the 10-yard line. Pyle was waving as if to say, hey, throw it to me. But Patterson continuing to run the ball. And it looks like it's 2nd and about 5. This one goes over to
touchdown
Neosho. Keyshawn Rome goes right up the middle and picks up what he needs. So, and with a minute and 32 seconds left in the first period of play, the Neosho Wildcats now are up by a score of 13-0. Shoddy on to kick the extra point out of the hold of Ethan White. The ball is up, down, and up, and it's good. So, with a minute and 32 left in the first period of play, the Cats are up by a score of 14-0. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Americans have a big healthcare problem. Over 100 million citizens carry medical debt while spending on overpriced and complicated health insurance. As Christians, we don't have to pay for a broken system. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a faith-based alternative to health insurance at half the cost. Plus, you can enroll at any time. Stand up to insurance and join CHM today.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Wildcats!
Welcome back to Bob Anderson Stadium, Matt. The Cats are up 14-0. Good way to start in the first period of play. And Tanner Shoddy is getting ready to kick the ball off.
Moving right along. That's what needs to happen right here.
Nice job by the Cats on 2 really nice sustained drives.
Excellent drives.
And there's a kick, and it's kind of a little pooch kick, and it's for someone up close. And that is number 9. And that is Cameron Rose. He's one of the up men, and he got up to about the 35, maybe 40-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds. Cats are still playing several people both ways. Another good defensive stuff right here would go a long ways. York under center. The ball is snapped, and it's a give, to number 26, and that is Carson Hill. He's going to pick up about 2. Tomlinson and company put the stop on him that time. And York again, there's 2 slot backs, and there is a fullback. And one of the slot backs is in motion. That ball is given to Hill, and he's going to get up and get the first down.
A lot of empty seats out here, so I just want to give a shout out to everybody out there having a watch party tonight.
Yeah, we're excited about the ball game, and you've still got plenty of time to get out here. That sun has gone down, and it's dropped off about 4 degrees. So Lebanon comes up, and they have a first down. Bracket York under center. He's got a fullback, and he's got 2 slot backs. And he's going to throw the ball, and there is a first throw, and a nice job that time by number 3. And that was Hayden Plummer that was able to make the stop.
Way to hang.
Yeah, and that was. And the receiver that time was, we'll see if he'll turn around here for just a second.
Number 9.
Number 3.
Number 3?
Yeah. Joe Simmons, he's Eli Simmons and Joe Simmons, brothers, in the middle of all of them. There's a ball that goes right up the middle, but it stopped right there. Tomlinson and crew said, no, we're not going to do that. And Kobe McGehee in there on the tackle also. So it's going to be third down, and looks like about 8. No, it's not either. They're going to spot the ball, and we're going to take another timeout. At the end of one period of play, Neosho Wildcats 14 and Lebanon Yellow Jackets 0. We'll be right back after this. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. For more information, 417-221-6795 or online at proluberepair.com.
Well, it's fourth down back at York. Called his own number, but Gabe Bastille said, nope, that's not going to work, and he dropped him, so it's going to be fourth down, and we're going to assume that they are going to punt the ball again. We'll see.
Oh, they're going to go for it.
Yeah, they are. They're going to go for it, so defensive line, the defensive front four, get right in the middle of it, and here it comes. There's a ball that's coming around the far end, and nice job by number 4. That was Oliver Martin, senior, in his first year of playing football. Saw what was coming, read the play, and the Cats get the ball over on downs.
Here we go. What a job.
And here come the Cats. Great job by the defense that time. Hey, if you're watching us on YouTube for the first time, let us know. Put something in the comments. We'd like to know, are you from Neosho? Are you from, you have a grandchild somewhere and you're watching from a different place? We certainly would like to know that. We've been very fortunate. The first ball game the Cats had, which was here, we had over 1,700 viewers. We had a little better than 1,100 last week, so you're not alone. Put a little something in the put a little something in for us. And here come the Cats. Ball goes over to Patterson. Patterson hands it off to Rome, and he's going to pick up about a yard and a half. We would remind you also, if you've got any Seneca friends that are wondering if they can get on the ball game for Seneca, it's on YouTube as well. So if they'll just go to YouTube and type in Seneca, then that ball game will come up. Patterson and Rome in the backfield. We've got trip wideouts on this side, and Patterson calls his own number. It looks like he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe pick up a yard and a half,
Yeah, it looks like about 2 yards maybe.
Yeah. Now we've got Oliver Miller back in the ballgame also. We've got trips out on that side. Patterson back to throw, and there was a catch by number 3, and he turns, and there's going to be a touchdown. Woo! Touchdown, Hayden Plummer. And there's a flag for something. I'm not real sure what the flag was all about, but 57-yard touchdown. That was a nice little play. He just juked one time, got the defender to commit, and he came around and made the play. Now, there was a flag on that play. I'm not real sure exactly what it's all about, but we'll find out here in just a minute. And he's arguing, Coach Touty is up there arguing with him about that. It should still have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
And they're pointing at the spot, and they're going to say that the ball's going to come back.
Huh.
So, no. Now we're going to go back in, and the points have been put on the board, so the Cats are up by a score of 20-0. Touty on for the extra point out of the hold of Ethan White, junior varsity quarterback. There it is. It's up, and it is good.
Good.
So with 10 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first half, the Cats are up by a score of 21-0 over the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. We'll be right back after this. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
Healthcare doesn't have to be complicated. At the Free Market Physician in Neosho, you pay just one affordable monthly fee, and that covers all the checkups and routine care you need. No insurance hassles, no surprise bills, just unlimited access to your doctor when you need them. Whether it's a quick visit, telemedicine, or ongoing care, you're covered. Find out how simple healthcare can be. Call 417-312-9499 or visit freemarketphysicians.com. That's 417-312-9499.
Well, apparently that was a non-call because it's talked about for a few minutes, but the touchdown still counted, and Tanner Shoddy is teeing the ball up on the 40-yard line.
Maybe it fell out of his pocket.
It could have. That's very possible. But the Cats are up 21-0, and that's the part that we care about. Okay, so now we're finding out it was a sideline warning. So the Cats are warned. They got a little bit aggressive. There is a ball that's kicked high, you bet. And that ball is dropped. And it is number 21 that has the ball. No, it's not. It's number 4. And number 4 is Isaac Kelm. He's been calling his name on defense some.
They just got to know where they're at when they're having a blast.
Absolutely. So Lebanon's going to set the ball up on the 30-yard line. Cats defense is back in. And we're ready to go. The Cats have scored. We have not punted the ball once. Lebanon has punted it twice. York under center. In motion was number 10, but that's going to be Hill, and he's going to be thrown all the way back for a major loss. And the guy that's in the middle of that is Mr. Winkler. and Kobe McGehee. So the two linebackers jump in there and they do their job. It's going to be second down. His forward progress made about 2 yards from the line of scrimmage. Work down under center. And here comes somewhat of a jet sweep pass, and that's number 10, and he is gone. And that is Elisha Simmons. The jet sweep more than anything else. He was in motion at the time, and he comes around, and it was a foot race, and he just handily won that foot race. So with 9:16 left until halftime, Lebanon draws blood. 21-6. And on to make the extra point. Looks like that's number 47.
42.
42. It is 42, and that is Rhett Rhodes. That ball's down, and there's the kick, and it's up, and it's good.
It is good.
So with 9 minutes and 16 seconds left until half, the score now is your Neosho Wildcats 21 and Lebanon 7. We'll be right back after this.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College,
Missourians know we've got their back. For 75 years, they've turned to Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance for dependable, personalized life insurance coverage. That's 75 years protecting families and the lives they've built. For small-town values and big-time protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
We're at the Bob Anderson Stadium. Rhodes is getting ready to kick the ball off to the Wildcats. That was a 67-yard run. There's a ball that is high. It's going to be taken on about the 4-yard line and go right up the middle. And here he goes. And that is Plummer again. And he gets all the way down to the 35-yard line of Lebanon. Great play. Hayden Plummer, we saw him last year on the hardwoods, and we saw some basketball that he did, but we had no idea what a football player he is. And he scored 2 touchdowns tonight, and then that run back was from about the 4-yard line, so that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65 yards. And there goes the ball, and that's going to be whistle blown.
What do we got here?
Going to blow it dead. I did not see a flag come out. I just heard the whistle. So, and we're going to check the clock, I guess. Check the play clock, and here we go. Cats need to come right back and answer right here. And the ball is handed to Patterson, who gives it to Rome, and Rome continues to go up, and he's going to get down to about the 36, 37-yard line. I tell you what, it's pretty tough to be a defender and try to defend against Erickson Tomlinson and Gabe Bastide over there on that side. And Rome knows that, and he goes off tackle on a pretty regular basis like that. And Mason Spiva is a trip over here on this side, and that ball is given to Rome, and he's got the first down, and then some. The ball is going to be spotted on about the 25-yard line. The last 3 yards of that was just a pure him picking it up. And here comes Patterson And he carries the block out, but tries to get the ball over to Roan, and he maybe gets up a yard maybe to the original line of scrimmage. Now they're going to give him one, so we'll say it's 2nd and 9. Roan was pulling some sort of tape off his hand that time as he went around that corner. This ball is going to go to Rome, and he's going to get down to about the 21. So it'll be 3rd down and about 6. Cats need to answer right here, especially after that run back by Plummer on the kickoff. Trips over on the far side. And there's a ball to Brock Pyle right in the middle, and he gets down to about the 5-yard line for a 1st down.
What a catch.
That was a great, great catch. He was almost on his knees when the ball got to him. But I tell you what, Patterson had plenty of time to throw the ball, and that's exactly what we like to see. And Patterson calls his own number, and he's going to get in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Neosho. Patterson called his own number and just kind of waltzed in.
What a great answer.
Great, great answer. 27-7, 6 minutes and 52 seconds left in the first half. Shotty on to clean up the extra point. Ethan White snaps down, up, and the ball goes through. So, 28-7 in favor of your Neosho Wildcats. 6 minutes and 52 seconds left in the half. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. Sports fans can be loyal to a fault. For instance, sometimes our teams make awful personnel decisions, and deep down we know that, yet we convince ourselves that the team is doing the right things. When it comes to our faith, we also try to convince ourselves that we're doing the right things, even though deep down we know that's not true. We can pretend we're obeying God, while in actuality, we're not producing fruit in our lives. The Bible says God is light and there is no darkness in him at all. So we are lying if we say we have fellowship with God, but go on living in spiritual darkness. We are not practicing the truth. We need Jesus' grace to empower us to live our lives in light. We must repent and leave the darkness behind so we can have fruitful fellowship with him and make wise decisions. Today, let's not waste time trying to convince ourselves of a false reality. Instead, let's stick to the truth and live in the light with Jesus. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
2 and 1.
Stay tuned for the halftime show, which is brought to you by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, as Tanner Shotty tees the ball up on the 40-yard line, and the Cats will kick it off again. I hope I never get tired of saying that. And that's a little pooch kick up the middle, and someone just dove on it, and the Cats have got the ball. Cats ended up with the ball over on the far sideline.
Number 9 on the recovery, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and that is Cayman Rones, plays defense for us, and the Cats have got the ball. That ball looked like that up back did the right thing, and he got it and was going to pounce on it and smother it, but I bet it ball came out of his hands and rolled all the way over there to the far side where Cayman Rome was able to pick it up. Again, trip wideouts on this side, one lone wideout over on the other side. Pyle in motion. That ball is going to Keyshawn Rome, and he's going to pick up a first down. A big, big hole that time between Gabe Bastide and Tomlinson. And that's a first down, and the ball is on the 19. Pyle in motion again. And he steps in, and here comes Jerome, and he's going to score.
Touchdown.
Another touchdown, Neosho Wildcats. A 19-yard touchdown run by Rome. A little bit of everybody's getting into the game, aren't they, Matt?
Oh, yeah.
So 6 minutes and 18 seconds left in the half, and the Cats are up by a score of 34-7. Shotty on for the extra point. Ball is down, and he's just going to have to run it looks like.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm not sure what. It's not going to matter. It's not going to be a touchdown. But
not
it's,
on the extra point.
No, it won't. But it did not work. But 34-7 so far in favor of the Wildcats. We'll take another timeout. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho serves the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer business banking services including checking and savings accounts, business loans, and electronic banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, a proud sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, equal housing lender, member FDIC, where their slogan is Southwest Missouri Bank, we can do that.
Tally Tire at 18152 East Highway 86 is a proud supporter of local high school athletics. Tally Tire is your full-service car and truck headquarters. They carry name-brand tires such as Nexen, Mastercraft, and Uniroyal, ATC camper shells and bed covers, and do oil changes and tune-ups. Call Tally Tire today for all your automotive needs at 417-451-0457 or online at tallytire.com.
He tees it up on the 40-yard line. We invite you to be with us at the Marion Sports Complex next Thursday when the Neosho Lady Wildcats take on the Ozark Tigers. And there's another little kind of a pooch kick, and it got past him again. And number 3 has the ball, and that is Joe Simmons. And they'll take over on, looks like about, we'll see where they spot it, but it looks like about the 30-yard line. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Then next Friday night, we make the track to Waynesville. Cats go to Waynesville. Waynesville came here last year. It's a 2.5, 3-hour drive. Matt, Jim Jackson will be back with us then.
Yeah.
And we're kind of excited to see him get back. There's a ball that is given to number 26, Hill, and he is tackled by Lincoln Howard. But he's going to get the first down. Kobe McGehee, the middle linebacker, is over there. He is, we've called it timeout for a water break. We'll take a 30-second timeout, and we'll be right back. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. State Farm agent Eric Norris and his team are here to help you go for 2 by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call and saves you time and money. So go for the win and score big savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Eric Norris at 417-451-66.
Well, we're back at Bob Anderson Stadium. Water break is just about taken care of. Maybe we're going to reset the game clock. We'll see, but here come both teams. And Lebanon has the ball on the 41-yard line. Quarterback is Beckett York. And in the backfield is Carson Hill. Number 10, Elijah Simmons, is in a slot position. I would think that we may see a little aerial attack here, Matt.
I believe so.
Certainly. They get the ball coming back after the half. And there's a ball that is thrown. And unfortunately, Mr. York paid for that. is at the hands of Everson Tomlinson. And that was a pass that was not complete, so it's 2nd and 10. Number 50, Ryan Counts, is into the ball game for the Cats. And it looks like they're trying to throw the ball, but number 10 gets the ball, and he is stopped right there. And here we go again. It is 3rd down, and it's going to be about 6. There is 5 minutes and 19 seconds left, and Beckett is back to throw the ball. It goes in and out of the hands of Wesley McKinley. Ryan Counts has been in and out of the ball game. He's playing both sides. He's playing the strong side guard on offense, and he's in the middle of the line on defense. 4th down, and Plummer is back to receive a punt. And there is the punt, and it's kind of a pooch kick, and we're just going to let it go and see where it lands. And it's down at the 14-yard line. So the Cats will set up shop right there with 5 minutes and 6 seconds left to play in the first half. You know, the Cats defense continues to do the things that they need to do, and then we saw them do that again right there. And I'm going to assume that here before too long with this ball game certainly in hand, we may see some new Wildcat shirts out there. Pile goes into motion, and Rome, the ball is handed off to Rome. Lebanon is in the white with black lettering, and the Wildcats are in black with white lettering and black helmets, and they've got a Wildcat on the side of them that is in Vegas gold. 2nd down and 9. 2 wideouts on each side for the Cats. And the ball goes to Rome again, but he is stuffed back. He's going to pick up maybe 2. So it'll be 3rd down. Dane Arthur is normally our punter. As we said earlier, he has an MRI coming up next week, and there's a jump on the defense, and that'll run us out a little bit farther. We'll pick up 5 yards free there. Give the Cats just a little bit more breathing room.
Yeah, we could use a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. And that'll be a 5-yard step off. And that is going to make it 3rd and about 5 or 6. We'll say 6. Lebanon all of a sudden defensively has decided to be just a little bit stingy. But there is a ball that's thrown over to Plummer, and he has got the ball, and he's got the first down. And that ball was caught. Looked like there could have been a little bit of pass interference there, but we certainly don't want that called when we catch the ball like that.
We want to keep moving.
Cats pick up the first down. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first half. Patterson calling for the ball, and there it goes. Looks like he's going to throw it again, and right in the hands of Cayman Romes. That's going to work here in just a minute, and he's going to have a long way to run because that play was wide open for the Cats. Be 2nd and 10 from the 33. The only problem with that is it stopped the clock. 3 minutes and 4 seconds left until halftime. We invite you to stay tuned for the halftime show. And it looks like Patterson has called his own number, and he is going to get up, and he loses the ball, but the Cats jump on it.
Great heads up play.
Great job, and we'll see who it is that jumped on it. It looked like that it was Pyle, and we'll see. And number 1, that was Mason Spiva. So we got the first down, and there was a fumble, and we recovered it. So the ball's on the 45-yard line with 2 minutes and 52 seconds left in the first half. Nice job of being heads up, and looks like that there is. We didn't see the penalty. It's a hold against the Cats. So that'll nullify that run, and we'll go back 10 yards. And that's going to make it 2nd and about 20. 2 minutes and 52 seconds left in the half. Lebanon gets the ball when we come back, the second half. Patterson in the backfield with Rome, and he looks over, wants to make sure that we make the right decision. Offensive coordinator Whitehead is making the signals over there. And the ball is snapped, and he's going to throw the ball, and it's right across. Oh, what a great opportunity that time, because Hayden Plummer had his defender. He was about 3 steps on him, and that ball was not only a first down, but it would have been a touchdown. So the ball is on the 23-yard line, and it is 3rd and 20. 2:29 left in the period. And we've got Rome is in motion this time, and that ball is thrown, and it's going to be picked. It's going to get not quite back up to the original line of scrimmage, and that ball was given to Spiva.
Comes the punt team.
It's 4th down, and Cayman Rome will be punting the ball away for the Wildcats. Number 5, Even Ogle, will be back to receive it, and we're going to take another timeout for another water break. So let's take a timeout for a 30-second timeout, and we'll be back. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
Today's Wildcat game is brought to you by Edgewood Bowling Center of Neosho, Missouri. Located at 2811 Gardner Edgewood Drive, they now have new synthetic lanes for adult and children bowling leagues and a smoke-free environment. They also have a certified pro shop and hosting for private parties. They offer Cosmic Glow Bowling on Fridays and Saturdays after 8 p.m. To learn more about Edgewood Bowling Center and their leagues for adults and children, the phone number is 417-451-4505.
Welcome back to Bob Anderson Stadium. John Ball, Matt Ball, and Luke Taylor with you. There's 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in the first half, and the Neosho Wildcats getting ready to punt the ball away for the first time. The score is 34-7 in favor of the Cats. Cayman Rome back there to punt the ball away. And here comes the punt. And it's an end-over-end high punt, and it is caught. Number 17 is out there to try to make the play, and number 5 is knocked out of bounds. And that was Evan Ogle. So, with plenty of time left on the clock, the Yellow Jackets take the ball over. It looks like we're going to put the ball on right at the 50-yard line. Cats defenders are staying right in there, hopefully, and apparently we're going to call, it's not timeout, but York is going to go over to his coach to see just exactly what needs to be done, and there is, looking to see what the play clock says, and it's not been started yet, so York takes advantage of that. Minute and 30 left in the first half. We'll have some scores for you at halftime as well, and we will certainly want you to be with us for the halftime program, and then some scores from around the countryside. York under center, 25 Hill is the fullback, and York's going to throw the ball, and it is rejected almost. Number 18 for the Cats, Winkler, got his hand up and knocked the ball down.
Great effort.
Yeah, nice job that time. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 50. Simmons in, and there's a ball that is caught, and that is caught by number 1. Nice crossing pattern by him, and that was Brody Shoemaker. So he leads one tackler and then continues to come across. Simmons was in motion that time, and that kind of threw the Cats off just a little bit. Well, now we're saying the clock has a minute 55 on it. It was minute 36. I guess we reset it a little while ago. York under center, and Simmons in motion, but Carson Hill, the fullback, makes the carry. He's going to pick up about a yard, and it'll be second down. And looks like it's going to be about 5. And there we go again, and York is back to pass, and this little pass out to the flat, and number 5 caught the ball, and that was Ogle, and he kind of tiptoed down. We're going to see if they give him the first down. No, it's going to be 3rd and about 2. Well, it's a first down. They've decided they'd huddle in at the 18-yard line with a minute 26 left in the first half. And that ball is given through to Hill, and it looks like he's going to pick up 2, maybe 3 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 7 for Lebanon, and they're knocking on the door at about the 15-yard line. The ball is, I'm not sure what happened, but apparently York decided it was just best to go ahead and hang on to the ball and drop, and we allowed him to do just exactly that. He was tackled by Dayton Kivett. But now it's 3rd and 7. Up City Cardinals all over Kickapoo, 35-7. And there goes Hill right up the middle, and he's going to get up to about the 10-yard line. So it's going to be 4th and about 3. Carthage has beaten Glendale 21-7. And the Cats stand up as they've got something to cheer about. And there's an offsides. Well, it was not an offsides. He got back in plenty of time, I guess, with the and so we're going to call timeout. Looked like that they were trying a hard count to see if they could pick up the first down. It did not work. Willard Tigers over the Waynesville Tigers 21-7. Nixa over Joplin 14-7 in the second period. And Republic 21, Ozark nothing, and that's just in the first period of play. Over in the Big 8, East Newton and Cassville are knotted at 7. Nevada 13, Seneca Indians 27. Lamar Tigers 13. The Tipton Cardinals 0. McDonald County all over Mount Vernon in the second half, 34-0. We'll have more scores for you as we run the clock down. Looks like there's 3 seconds left before we go to halftime. Stay tuned for the halftime show, which is brought to you by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Looks like that Lebanon is going to try for a field goal. And that is Rhodes. Rhett Rhodes out there. He's also their place kicker. And we're going to have, there's another timeout. So Neosho's going to take a timeout now.
It's a good decision.
Yeah, good decision. 3 seconds left. And Luke, we'll just keep it right here. We've got a few more scores in the Big 8. The Cubs who scored, Monette Cubs who scored 70 last week have scored 36, and the Aurora Hound Dogs 17. So things are coming right along, and the COC is coming together. The Cats pick up a win again tonight, and it looks like Carthage is going to win. Both of us and Carthage will be at the top of the Class 5 District 6. I don't know whether we're going to try to put some sort of a play together to see. We have been able to block field goals in the past. We'll see if that's what happens here.
Yeah, you want to try to ice that kicker?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think that's exactly what you want to do. And then we'll go in with a pretty good score. The Cats have got to feel good about the first half that they've played. Rhett Rhodes is back, and he is ready to kick, and the Cats are getting ready to see if they can block that kick. And there is the kick, and
It's
yes,
good.
it is. It was good. Went right over that side. So, and there's no time left on the clock. And the score now is 34-10 in favor of your Neosho Wildcats. It's halftime. We'll be right back after this.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
The law offices of Wood & Peterson is sponsoring this portion of Neosho Wildcat Athletics, located at 217 South Lafayette, Neosho, and 431 Virginia Avenue in Joplin. They serve Southwest Missouri with personal claim representation. For more information, the phone number is 417-451-4141 or online at neoshoattorney.com. The law offices of Wood & Peterson are proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
Compton CPA Group PC, located at 112 Northwood in Neosho, is a full-service accounting firm and is proud to support the Neosho Wildcats. Compton CPA Group PC can assist you at every stage of your financial life and help you work toward your financial goals. From tax preparation to bookkeeping services, Compton CPA Group PC has you covered. For all your tax and business affairs, call 417-451-2932. or learn more at ComptonCPAGroup.com.
It's halftime at Bob Anderson Stadium. The Neosho Wildcats are up over the Lebanon Yellow Jackets by a score of 34-10. Keyshawn Roan has been running the ball, as has Blaine Patterson. He's had a couple of really nice connects also for touchdowns to Haven Plummer. I'm sorry, I'll get it here in a minute. But Matt, the story of this ball game is defense.
Yeah, they're showing their mettle, and that is very impressive.
Very much so. They're showing that front four is doing all kinds of damage there in the backfield. The secondary is working well, and the linebackers, what can you say about them?
Hey, they're coming up and meeting them at the line, so if not past.
Yeah, absolutely. It's time for our halftime show, which is brought to you by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. So we'll take time out for that. We'll be back with some scores and a little bit of a summary for first half and much, much more. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
Looking for a personal checking account with real rewards? Open a Community Choice checking account at First Community Bank and earn up to $200. Get $100 when you set up direct deposit and another $100 after just 15 debit card purchases. No monthly service fee, free online and mobile banking, and interest paid on your balance. Open your account today with just $50 and start enjoying the perks. Call 888-780-8391 or visit firstcommunity.net for details. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for complete details.
At Calvary Neosho, we aren't your grandmother's church because she lives in Akron, Ohio, and that would be a terribly long commute for church. But if she did live in Neosho, we at Calvary would be delighted to have her come visit us. And since you live here, we would definitely like you to come visit us. Then, when your Nana comes to visit for Christmas, you can bring her to church and introduce us to her. We're sure she is a delightful lady. You can find us at Facebook/Calvary Neosho or join us in person at 3650 Oak Ridge Extension. We gather for worship Sundays at 10:30 a.m. Calvary Neosho. Not your grandma's church, but we'd sure like to meet her.
When you look at all the evil in the world, have you ever thought, where's the justice? Well, Billy Graham knew the Bible has the answer.
There's a day coming when absolute and perfect justice is going to be meted out to every individual that has ever lived. No one will escape.
No one will escape because everyone is a sinner. None of us deserves to go to heaven.
Yet, there is a way out. The way out is through the blood of Jesus Christ. God extends his offer of mercy and forgiveness now.
You can find that mercy and forgiveness when you begin a personal relationship with God's Son, Jesus Christ. If you'd like to pray with someone about that, call 855-255-7729. That's 855-255-PRAY. In fact, they'll be happy to pray with you about anything that's going on in your life. You can reach us 24 hours a day. Call us 855-255-PRAY. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 2918 East 20th Street in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
The Wildcat Minute is sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Neosho Wildcats.
Welcome to Wildcat Minute. I'm John Ball, and I've got Coach B.J. Goodell. Coach, thank you so much for spending a couple of minutes with us.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. Hey, welcome to Neosho.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
You've got your family moved here.
Yep. We're all got down here. Jordan's out at Crowder playing softball out there, so she's got her own apartment on campus. But Jack and I, and then Jeremy gets down here most of the time from work in Liberal. And so, Jack's going to sophomore there at the high school, so he's getting some basketball and baseball work in, so looking forward to watching him this winter and the spring. So,
well, I'll tell you what, coming from Liberal, you were 15 years there, and you're in Neosho now, feeling really good about what's going on. What in the world ever thought would make you come to Neosho?
Well, I was actually 23 in Liberal total, but I was 21 basketball. I only did softball for 15 because somebody else, an older gentleman, had it when I got there. But yeah, somebody just reached out and asked if I would be interested in it, and it just came to a point in my career with Jordan graduating. If I stayed and coached there, I was going to miss a lot of Jack's stuff, and I had to miss all but about 3 of his games last spring, coaching spring softball there. It made it very difficult on me because one of my favorite things to do is watch him play baseball because that's what he loves to do, and that's what I love to do is watch him. So yeah, it kind of freed me up. I can watch him play basketball now in the winter, and I can watch him play baseball in the spring, and I can go out and catch a little bit of Jordan's softball in the spring as well. So it just kind of worked out. It just kind of seemed like the right fit, and so it was just a good career move for me at this point.
So what do you do besides coach softball?
I'm teaching at the junior high, so I teach PE there at the junior high. So yeah, they keep me busy there, and then coaching softball. So
hey, that spring coaching softball in the spring, that's a little bit different animal, isn't it?
It is different, especially at a small school when you have track and you have ag and you have a bunch of things to kind of jostle, and then you're at the end of the year and there's a lot of things going on, spring break, everything else. The weather's a little warmer at the beginning of this one. Might be cooler by the end, I don't know, but beginning in March, it's usually pretty darn chilly when we start the season, so it is a little different, and just, probably not as many distractions for us right now, and of course the field maintenance is a little different opportunity for me right now too, because we had a dirt field in Liberal that I took care of, and have a really beautiful turf facility now, so that's kind of cool too. So
thanks to the patrons in Southwest Missouri, especially for the school district, of giving us the type of facilities that are next to none.
And that was a big draw, just because Jack Cousin wasn't sure what he wanted to do, but just coming down and seeing the facilities that we have access to, the indoor facility, the training room, the cages upstairs, the facility we have out there to play in, but even the junior high school that I teach in. Just got a tour of the new ag facility. Yeah, they've done an amazing job in Neosho taking care of the school district and just building stuff and giving opportunities. No disrespect to what we had at Liberal for the size of school we are. We had a lot of really good stuff there, but that kind of reminded me a lot of this in the terms of the small hotel and just really taking care of stuff and providing great opportunities for athletes and kids. And so that was a good draw. Just the facilities and stuff here were very, very nice.
Okay, Coach, thanks so much for stopping by and visiting with us. And once again, welcome to Neosho.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, and thanks for welcoming us. I enjoyed it.
Thank you for listening to the Wildcat Minute, sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Neosho Wildcats.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is Your Touchstone Energy Partner.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A nonprofit organization, a sponsor of high school sports.
It's time for the Freeman Sports Health Minute. The Freeman Sports Team is proud to serve as the official sports medicine provider for over 20 area high schools and colleges.
It's time for another Health Minute here on KNEO. Adam Winkler here with you, joined by Mylene Ray. She is a trainer with Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. And today's topic is, what is a torn MCL?
The MCL, it's a ligament which is an elastic type of tissue, and it connects bone to bone. The MCL is located in the knee. Specifically, the MCL MCL, which stands for medial collateral ligament. Medial meaning it's closest to the midline of the body. So if you draw a line from the top of your head down between your feet, on the insides of your knees, it's that ligament that runs up and down and crosses that joint line, crosses that knee joint line. And so when an athlete has a torn or sprained MCL, a lot of the times that is suffered from a contact to the outside of the knee. So if you think of a football player that gets tackled and hit from the outside of the knee, it causes that stress on that MCL, on that ligament there. Sometimes it can be caused by a planted foot that's, twisted as well. And so it is an acute injury. And a lot of times treatment, of course, we do the RICE, ice compression, just work on trying to control the swelling. The good thing with this particular ligament injury is it's a lot of times, the majority of the times, it's not going to be surgical. A lot of times we can just brace the athlete and get them back out playing. That's with, of course, taking some time off, depending on how severe the injury is, you might have to do some physical therapy or work with your athletic trainer to get some strength back. But for the most part, a sprain like this or an injury like this, you can recover, anywhere from 2 to 8 weeks. We'll get them back.
For the Freeman Sports Health Minute, I'm Adam Winkler. This portion of the game is sponsored by First Community Bank, with 2 Neosho locations, 111 East Main Street and 3005 Gardner Edgewood Drive. For personal or business banking services or for loan information, their phone number is 451-3222 or 451-2025 or online at firstcommunity.net. First Community Bank, where their slogan is, where community comes first. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. Sports fans can be loyal to a fault. For instance, sometimes our teams make awful personnel decisions, and deep down we know that, yet we convince ourselves that the team is doing the right things. When it comes to our faith, we also try to convince ourselves that we're doing the right things, even though deep down we know that's not true. We can pretend we're obeying God, while in actuality, we're not producing fruit in our lives. The Bible says God is light and there is no darkness in him at all. So we are lying if we say we have fellowship with God, but go on living in spiritual darkness. We are not practicing the truth. We need Jesus' grace to empower us to live our lives in the light. We must repent and leave the darkness behind so we can have fruitful fellowship with him and make wise decisions. Today, let's not waste time trying to convince ourselves of a false reality. Instead, let's stick to the truth and live in the light with Jesus. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
And welcome back. This is Luke Taylor out here, and we just want to thank you for joining us here on the broadcast tonight. I'm going to run through a few scores that we have available on the scoreboard page of our website. So in case you didn't know, we offer a feature on our website, which is kneo.org. And from that website, you can go to the scoreboard page. It's accessible through the tab. If you're on your phone, there's a little icon up in the top right of our website that's a square with some dashes on it. That's called a hamburger, technically, but you click on that, and it's going to give you a list of all the pages on our website under the sports tab. It's not a cheeseburger? No, it's called a hamburger is what I've heard it's called. So you click on that, you can find the scoreboard page of our website, and that runs all night long, not just at the end of the games, but all during the games. You can go to that page and find out the latest scores in the area, how other local schools are doing in their games. And we'll share a few of those scores with you right here. So right now, the Carthage Tigers are also at the halftime against the Glendale Falcons, and that score right now is 28-7. The Kickapoo Chiefs are down against the Webb City Cardinals. The score right now in the second quarter is 35-7. The Willard Tigers are up over the Waynesville Tigers in the second quarter with a score. I was about to read it, and then my screen refreshed. Let me find that game again here. Oh, that was Willard and Waynesville. So they're at the halftime right now, 21-7. Joplin Eagles are losing to the Nixa Eagles right now in the second quarter with a score of 14-7. So Nixa 14, Joplin 7. And then Republic Tigers are up against the Ozark Tigers tonight. And right now that score is 21-0. I don't think they're at halftime quite yet. So a lot of, let's see, we got Tigers versus Tigers there. and Eagles versus Eagles, and then Tigers versus Tigers again.
You know one thing about the COC, Luke, if you don't know the team's mascot, just say Tigers. You got a 75% chance of being right.
Absolutely.
Sounds about right. We'll take a look at the Big 8 Conference as well. Right now at the half, East Newton Patriots are tied with the Kessville Wildcats 7-7. Seneca Indians are up over Nevada Tigers at the half right now, 27-13. Lamar Tigers are ahead of the Tipton Cardinals at the half with a score right now of 13-0. McDonald County Mustangs are up 34-0 over the Mount Vernon Mountaineers. I hope I said that right. Mm-hmm. And then the Monette Cubs are in the second quarter right now over the Aurora Hound Dogs. They're winning 52-16. And so, John, there's a few of the scores from the area. Again, all those are on the scoreboard page of our website, kneo.org/scoreboard.
All right, thank you, Luke. And we want to remind everybody again to kind of help us out. If you've got some friends that are Seneca fans and they can't find the Seneca ball game, they can go to YouTube, and they can get on YouTube and just go in and search Seneca, and the Seneca ball game will come up. We're excited to continue to be able to do that and bring that to you. As always, we'll play a little game here maybe, Luke. We want people that are listening to us to give us a comment or two. Tell us where they're listening from. If they've got relatives, whether it be a grandson, a granddaughter that is cheering, whether it be a aunt or an uncle that's watching from wherever you're watching from, let us know about that. We'd like to know.
Yeah, we appreciate Brian from Bentonville, Arkansas.
Thank you, Brian Sheeby.
Yes. Good to hear it. So anyone else out there, let us know where you're listening from. We'd love to hear about that.
Yeah, we've got about 3 minutes and 57 seconds left, and then we'll have another 2 minutes put on the clock so everybody can get out and get going. The Cats have scored 5 touchdowns. 2 of them have gone to Plummer. Not only did he have a couple of reception touchdowns, but he also took a kickoff and ran it back 67 yards. Brock Pyle is into it a little bit too, and he caught a really, really nice pass down within the 4-yard line. He was almost on his knees when he did it. Kayshawn Roan has got another couple of touchdowns, and we don't know exactly what their rushing yards are, but there will be a lot of them, and Patterson called his own number for that 5th touchdown. Yeah. So that's where we are right now, 34-10. Let's take a timeout, and we'll be back. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
This is Pastor Barry Reel from the First Free Will Baptist Church of Neosho. Though our culture seems to be rejecting the idea of truth, we remain committed to obeying God's Word by speaking the truth in love. We would love to share God's truth and love with you. We're located at 960 Burr Crossing Road in Neosho, and we meet on Sunday mornings at 10:45 a.m. and then again on Sunday and Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Find us on Facebook at First Free Will Baptist Neosho or call 918-413-5465.
Family Market, located at 201 North Neosho Boulevard, is your friendly hometown grocery store with delicious deli and the best selection of fresh meats and beautiful produce. Family Market can also take care of all your catering needs. Whether your upcoming event is big or small, Family Market can handle it all. Call 451-0057. That's 451-0057. Check out the Family Market Facebook page for weekly specials. Go Wildcats from Family Market of Neosho.
The Sports Locker, located at 1206 Neosho Boulevard, Neosho, is a proud supporter and supplier of Neosho Wildcat Athletics. Open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. They carry all the biggest brands, including Under Armour, Nike, and Adidas sports apparel and equipment. Be sure to check out their Facebook page at Sports Locker Team Sales and Specials, or their number is 417-451-9300. Proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
Want to know what your home is worth? Stop by to get a free competitive market analysis with Show Me Real Estate of Neosho. They're proud to serve the Neosho area and will stay with you every step of the way, whether you're buying or selling. A family-owned business for over 25 years, Show Me Real Estate of Neosho. 417-451-1700 or by email at gkitchen.showmerealestate@gmail.com. Home of the Happy Campers.
The Freeman Family YMCA is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Serving the four-state area, the Freeman Family Y believes in putting Christian principles into practice through programs, building a healthy spirit, mind, and body. With 2 locations to serve the area in Grove, Oklahoma, and Neosho, the Freeman Family Y open 5:30 to 9 Monday through Saturday, 1 to 5 on Sundays. For more information, you can go online to ymcaswmo.org or call us at 417-455-9999.
At the Hillcrest Church of Christ, we're striving to be His own people, eager to do what is good. Join us for worship at 10 and 6 Sundays, and for class Sunday morning at 9 and Wednesday evening at 7. You're sure to find a warm welcome and friendly people seeking to please God according to His Word. Wildcats, join us every Tuesday morning before school for Devo and Donuts at 7 a.m. Learn more about the Hillcrest Church of Christ at neoshochurchofchrist.org.
We're getting ready to start the third quarter here at Bob Anderson Stadium. We hope that you've enjoyed what we've had so far. The Cats are working really, really hard, scoring the 5 touchdowns, and Lebanon scored 10. They scored a touchdown, and then they kicked a field goal with just about 3 seconds left into halftime, and that's where we are on the score, 34-10. In case you're wondering, the last extra point that we had was a kind of a bumble, and we did not get the ball down, and it was a broken play, so we did not get that extra point. But we're moving right along, and the Cats are coming over to the sideline now, and we've got another 2 minutes put on the clock, Luke, so we'll take another time out, and we'll be right back. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
Forbes asked, and the people answered. Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance is one of America's best insurance companies. Forbes recognizes what our customers have known for generations. We are committed to protecting families and the lives they've built. For auto, home, life, and business protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dodson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
You found it, the ultimate car wash, the one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 psi of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
Welcome back. We're getting ready. The Neosho Wildcats are out on the field. They'll be kicking the ball off to Lebanon Yellow Jackets. As we said, the Cats are up by a score of 34-10. Luke, let's thank some of our sponsors.
Absolutely. These sponsors make this broadcast possible. The Neosho School District is one of our sponsors. People's Bank of Seneca, Missouri Southern State University, Dig Right Equipment Rental, Compton CPA Group, First Community Bank, Prolube Tire and Auto Center, Southwest Missouri Bank, Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dodson, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Calvary Baptist Church, and the Neosho Daily News.
Hey, all Wildcats all the time. Check out the Neosho Wildcats on the dedicated video portal at kneo.org. It's a site dedicated completely to your Neosho Wildcats. Watch the games live and see the upcoming game schedules on Neosho Wildcats portal at www.kneo.org. The team from Lebanon, the Yellow Jackets, are now out on the field and they are set up. And I think we're just waiting, and the clock has now run down. So here come the officials out with the football, and they will give it to Tanner Shoddy, and he will tee it up on the 40-yard line, and we'll be on our way into the second half. Matt Ball, John Ball, Luke Taylor, glad to have you with us on this beautiful Friday night. The sun went down and the temperatures dropped down to 80 degrees, and the best part about it is it's not glaring. It's a little dark outside, but the fans that are here are enjoying quite a treat from our Wildcats. Let's just hope that we can keep going in the second half, Matt.
Yeah, well, you don't want to look them in the eye. That's about all I got to say on that.
Nope, sure
don't even give them a chance, boys.
Yeah, let's just keep right on moving. Cats win this ball game, they will be 3-0, and then we'll go to Waynesville next week. And here comes a kick from Shoddy, and it's a short kick, and it's picked up by number 3, Ogle, and he is, no, that is Joe Simmons, and he gets down to about the,
it's on the 40.
Yeah, 40-yard line. And Lebanon will take up the ball right there on 1st and 10.
We need a big push from the guys down front.
And Kivett has gone in. He's over on the other side on defensive end. Jackson Ertl is defensive end over on this side, and of course that front 4. And we're going to throw the ball right off the bat, and it is caught, but the runner is immediately caught and brought down by Lincoln Howard. So a nice play. The ball is thrown to Ogle, and I don't believe he got back to the line. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. So Howard did a nice job of seeing that play develop,
yes,
and was right over there after it. Quarterback Brackett York is under center. And their ball is, number 10 has got the ball, and he is going to be knocked down.
Oh.
Yeah, and he is hit and hit hard. And that is Elijah Simmons.
Brought down by Haven Plummer.
Yeah, brought down by Hayden Plummer. And then there was a couple of other cats in there, too. They're thinking none of that. So he may have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Cats could stuff them with a 4-and-out right here, then we'd be in business in pretty good field position. York under center, and there's a person in motion. And York is going to try to throw the ball, but
under pressure,
down. And he gets killed. He's caught in there that time by Gabe Bastide, and there's a flag on the play.
Uh-oh.
We'll see what the flag is. We'll see. And the flag is still down. I can't imagine if that's possible. We're saying up here in the press box that there was too much of a celebration that time, but we'll see. And we're getting ready. And it is a face mask against Neosho. So all of that was for naught, and they'll take the ball up, and it'll be a 1st down, spotted about the 45-yard line. So it'll be 1st down, and here we go again.
Well, we're going to have to watch those penalties.
Yeah, we talk about a defensive motivation, demotivator. And there's a snap to Patterson, and it looks like it's going to be a foot race that Rome is going to win.
Gone.
And he scores.
What an answer.
Yeah, what a great answer that time. Yeah. Keyshawn Rome comes up with his 3rd touchdown, and there was nothing to that. He was handed off to him at about the 45-yard line, so that was a 55-yard touchdown. And Shoddy over for the extra point. White is holding, and the Cats are looking, and now the umpire says, let's go ahead and start it. So the ball's hiked back. Shoddy puts it up, and it's through.
It is good.
So with 10 minutes and 35 seconds left, we'll see what the score is. Last time I looked, 7-4 was 41, right? So it's 41-10 in favor of your Neosho Wildcats. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll be right back.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Hi, I'm Sam O'Neill with Affordable Propane of Neosho. From setting tanks to refilling them, we offer a full spectrum of service to meet your every need. We serve Neosho and surrounding areas, and we are committed to giving you better service at better prices. Give us a call today, 417-437-8927. Thank you.
Shotty teased the ball up at the 40-yard line. I hesitated for a minute because it looked like Tomlinson was talking to the coach as he was coming off the field. I was trying to make sure that that he wasn't hurt. And he's standing over there, and here comes the kick, and it's another pooch kick, and its ball is going to go to Rose, and Rose is going to get knocked out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. He's tackled in there by a host of Wildcats that time.
Yeah, it was a whole pile.
Yeah. First and 10 on the 35-yard line. There is 10 minutes and 14 seconds left, and the Cats are up by a score of 41-10.
Got to give a shout-out to Sam Gorm out there.
Yeah.
Sammy, how's it going?
I'm excited to watch the ball game tonight, and there's going to be a handoff to Hill, and Hill is going to evade one tackler, and he's going to get up almost to the first down, so it'll be second about 1. Lincoln Howard thought he had him, and somehow he got away from him. That would have been for a loss. So. York under center, and he's backfield is with Hill in it, and there's a runner in motion. That ball is given to Hill, and he gets the first down.
Yeah. Tomlinson in on the tackle.
Yeah, Tomlinson in on that tackle. I don't guess he was hurt too bad as he was talking to the coach, huh? Yeah. In motion is number 6, and he is hit hard by Ertl. Ertl comes up and pops him in between Ertl and Kivett. They drop him.
And then a host of other fellas.
That's exactly right. Be second and 13. Clock keeps running, 8 minutes and 51 seconds left in the third quarter. Number 10 is in motion, and that was Simmons, but they took the ball right up the middle. Hill up right up the middle. He's going to get back to the, looks like about the original line of scrimmage. Maybe pick up a yard, so it'll be 3rd and 9.
Thomason getting up the last.
Tomlinson's sister plays shortstop for the Lady Wildcat softball team, and she lacks for not much. She's got a lot of speed, and she's got sure hands. Simmons in motion again, and the ball goes right up the middle. They're going to pick up about, and Tomlinson makes a tackle again. And that was Hill. But it's 4th down, and we'll see exactly what happens. We'll see if they don't punt the ball, but apparently they're going to go for it. I mean, I think I would too at this point. So
you got to try at this point.
York under center, and there goes the ball. He's going to throw it, and it's not caught. It's overthrown. overthrew Brody Shoemaker that time, and the Cats get the ball over on downs in pretty good field position.
Was that Plummer on the? Did a great job of not getting past.
Yes, he did. Yeah,
the PI there.
Sure did. Nice job. Plummer is just all over the place. We've called his name several times tonight. You know, Tomlinson's going to come out for a well-deserved rest. And here come the Cats. We've got twin wideouts on the far side. Brock Franklin in the slot. Give the ball to Rome, and he picks up about 8. Had to hesitate for just a minute just in order to watch him. He picked up that last 3 or 4 yards, carrying 2 defenders with him. So it is second down, and Cats are starting to take some time off the clock. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter, and they're up by a score of 41-10.
6 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Yeah. And Patterson rolling out, and he passes, and he has got Hayden Plummer again.
Nice catch by Plummer.
Nice catch over on this near side, and that will move the chains again. He'll set the ball up on the 30-yard line. Plummer has been the go-to guy tonight, hadn't he, Matt?
Yeah, he has.
You know, we give him that ball to Rome, and we watch him just kind of push Pyle. Pyle was the lead blocker through there, and he's going to pick up about 5. Cats continue to move the ball at will. And it looks like that we've got a timeout. It's going to be an official timeout for a drink of water. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcats Sports Network. We'll be right back.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Welcome back. There is 6 minutes left in the third period of play, and the Cats are up over the Lebanon Yellow Jackets 41-10. And they're knocking at the door. They're on the 25-yard line. Looks like it's second and about 5. Cats are doing a great job. Pyle in that slot position again. And here we go. Rome comes right up through the middle, and he's got another first down. The Cats are continuing to move the ball and keep the ball on the ground, and that keeps the clock going. The Cats are just going to kind of watch and milk it just a little bit. It's a great ball game for the Cats tonight. Coming in, looked like on paper that Lebanon was a pretty good ball club. As I said, we started last year, and their start was 1-4, and then they won 6 ball games in a row. Brock Pyle in motion, and here comes Rome, and he's going to get all the way up to below the 10-yard line, and there's a flag. And I'm going to assume that is probably some sort of a holding call, because there was 1 black shirt and there was 5 white shirts. And we'll see. The umpire goes over, the white shirt picks up the flag, and he drops it down right there where it was spotted. And we'll see where they go. And he stands up here in front of us, and it is a hold. It's against the Wildcats. I did not see that, so we'll Dropped the ball back. As I said, there was one black shirt and there was 4 white shirts there. That must have been something that happened back at about the 20. Yeah, it'll still be 1st and 12 for the Cats. And 5:11 left in the third period. After the ball game, be sure and be with us as we talk to Coach Brandon Touty with the post-game show that's brought to you by Arvest Bank, proud to make Neosho home. Patterson looks around, Rome goes over to the other side, and there's a handout to Rome, and he's going to get all the way down to about the 16-yard line.
Yep.
And the clock keeps running. It's been a great ball game tonight, and those fans that are here have been treated to a real exciting ball game. Hope you've enjoyed it. We're not done by any stretch of the imagination. We've still got another quarter to play. And the Cats just continue to pile it on. They're giving everybody a little bit of a chance to rest about now, I'm going to say. So there goes the ball, and and Rome is going to get down across the 15-yard line, it looks like. And it's going to be 3rd and 5. The Cats very content to let the play clock run down. There's 25 seconds on the play clock, and they will go ahead and let it run. And the other thing about that, Matt, letting it run like that gives some of those guys that are playing both sides of the ball an opportunity to rest. So here's Patterson, and there's a ball that is thrown to Aiden Plummer, and he's caught it. Touchdown, Cats. The Cats now are up to 47, and that is going to put the turbo clock in play. When we get to that fourth quarter. And Shoddy is up to kick the extra point. Ethan White, and it's a high snap, and it's just going to be a matter of what do we do, and we'll just kill it right there. So there's the second time tonight we've had a high snap and haven't messed things up, but it's okay. 47-10 in favor of your Neosho Wildcats. We'll take a timeout and be right back. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
Looking for extra space near Neosho? At 86 Mini Storage, we offer secure open parking for RVs, campers, and vehicles. Plus, we have a selection of storage units that can hold whatever you need. Conveniently located in Western Neosho with 24-hour access for our customers, and right now, your first month is free. To find out what spaces are currently available or request a unit, visit 86ministorage.com or call 417-621-1601.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
47-10 in favor of your Neosho Wildcats. Mr. Shoddy's getting his work cut out for him tonight. He teased the ball up on the 40-yard line. And here comes the kick, and it's another one of those pooch kicks. It doesn't seem like, and once again, it's fumbled in there, and they'll just have to die on it.
Well, it's a good kick for the new regulations, you know.
Yeah, it is. Avon Montoya was the one that jumped on that ball and smothered it that time, and the ball is going to be spotted on the 32-yard line, 1st and 10 for Lebanon. York under center, and there's a runner in motion, but that ball is given to Hill, and he's going to get up.
Taken down by McGehee.
Yeah, taken down by McGehee. He passed the 35-yard line. Number 72 for them just picked him up, and that was Hayden Perkins. Picked up Hill, and he almost carried him back to the backfield. 2:48 on the clock, 2:47. And Simmons was in motion. He turns around and comes back, and he freezes. York under center, and here comes. And that ball is handed off again to Hill, and they're going to be content just to let him run the ball, it looks like.
There was a host of Wildcats.
Yeah, there was. There was plenty of them. Number 64, Brian Tapia, was in there on the kill that time. Here's number 72, and that's Brody Leach coming in on defense. Cats are running some players in and out, trying to rest up some players with a ball game like this. We sure don't need to get anybody hurt. So, and that ball's in motion again, and it looks like he may have gotten the first down that time. He'll take the ball right up the middle.
Kivett.
And Kivett's the one that made the tackle that time.
Kivett on the stop.
Mm-hmm. And we continue to move on. A minute and 42 seconds, or a minute and 50 seconds left in the third period of play. And that ball's given to Simmons that time, and he is popped. And he's popped hard by McGehee. Now the clock continues to run as there's over 35 points. Cats are over 35 points ahead, so the clock will continue to run. And the Cats line up, and York underneath the center. And he's going to go back and he's going to throw one, and he really airs that one out. And it was a nice job that time by number 3, Matt.
None other than Plummer.
Hayden Plummer jumps up and at the last minute knocks that ball out of the way. Oliver Martin gets to rest for just a minute or two. They pull him out. And here come the Yellow Jackets right up the middle once again.
Popped.
It is Hill, but he gets hit and gets hit hard. And he got hit in there that time by Kivett. Kivett drove him back, and there were about another 3 Cats hit him at the time. So it's going to be 4th and about 2, and I can't imagine why that Lebanon would want to punt the ball here. 26 seconds, 23 seconds left. And the Cats are very content. And there's the ball, and it goes right up the middle, and it looks like he's got the first down.
Yeah, I think he got over.
Yeah, I believe that's right. He's got the first down. So that'll move the chains, but it's 12 seconds left in the third quarter.
Ryan Counts on the tackle.
And Ryan Counts. He's also been playing guard over on the offensive side of the ball. And there it is. The clock stops. And we'll begin the fourth quarter. We'll come back with a rolling clock. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. As sports fans, it is easy to envy successful teams. After all, everybody wants their favorite team to win. But we can get so jealous when we see other teams win. Unfortunately, these same feelings of envy often exist outside of sports too. Jealousy can quickly set in when we find out about the successes that other people experience in their lives. It's easy to compare ourselves to others, what they have or what they're doing. We can even get caught up in envy over how others serve the Lord. We must ultimately realize, however, the need to focus on our own personal obedience and heart toward Jesus. Envy can be very dangerous when taking root, but the Bible says a tranquil heart gives life to the flesh, but envy makes the bones rot. Today, let's shift our jealous eyes away from everyone else and focus on the many blessings God graciously pours down on us. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
We're at Bob Anderson Stadium, started the fourth quarter, and there will be what we lovingly refer to as a turbo clock. And the ball goes to number 5, who's going around the far side, except he is hit and hit hard. That was Avon Ogle. He also plays wide receiver, and that was just kind of a jet sweep, which is the one thing that has seemed to work for Lebanon, but that's a first down, and the clock will continue to run. Cats with 47 so far is going to up their average. They were averaging right at 38 points per game. First ball, and here's one from the other side. And that's going to be a touchdown.
Yep. Number 10.
And that touchdown is by Simmons. Elijah Simmons.
Elijah Simmons.
Yeah, so, and that will take the turbo clock off. So the score now is 47-16. And Red Rhodes is on to kick the extra point. And the snap, the ball is down, the kick is up and good.
It's good.
So with 11 minutes and 11 seconds left, the score now, Neosho Wildcats 47 and the Yellow Jackets from Lebanon 17. We're going to take a timeout and we'll be right back. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Okay.
And we welcome you back to tonight's game. I want to thank a few of our sponsors here who are making this broadcast possible. Crowder College, State Farm agent Eric Norris, Joe Ringstaff, an Edward Jones agent, First Free Will Baptist Church, Family Market of Neosho, Affordable Propane, Show Me Real Estate, Edgewood Bowling Center, and the Big Nickel.
And it looks like Cayman Roan is back to receive the kickoff, and he's going to take it. No, he's going to let it go into the end zone for a touchback. So the Cats will start at the 20-yard line. Keep up with the latest Neosho broadcast and the ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook at facebook.com KNEO Radio, or follow us on X, KNEO 917 Sports, or download the KNEO iPhone or Android phone app. You can also see all of the Wildcat broadcasts inside of our app. Download the KNEO iPhone or Android app today. And here come the Cats. Looks like we may have a new quarterback. And we do. We've got a new quarterback, and that is Ethan White, the junior varsity quarterback. And he hands the ball off to, I believe that went to Caleb Gosperson, and he picked up a couple.
Robbie Garrett on the stop, I think.
Well, the Cats with their wide receivers spreading it out a little bit and letting some younger guys get some playing time in and resting our workhorses out there. Gosperson moves over to the other side, and the ball is snapped, and it's given to Gosperson again, and he comes around and he knocks down one person.
Hit.
And nice job of just lowering his shoulders and picking up the first down. He just bent over and knocked over Elijah Simmons. And 9 minutes and 49 seconds left in the ball game. Cats are just going to let the clock run down. 13, 12, 11. Now they're going to come right back in. And the ball snapped to White. White grabs it and he just lays down on it. It was a low snap, and he couldn't do anything with it. He thought about it, but wisely just decided to drop. So the loss of about 5, and that'll make it 2nd and 15. And the clock keeps running. For the ball snap this time, it'll be inside of 9 minutes left in the ball game. Stay tuned after the ball game for the Coach Brandon Touty post-game show, which is brought to you by Arvest Banks, and then the drive time scoreboard show brought to you by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. There's another one. This ball is picked up by Gosperson, and he's going right down the middle, hanging on to the ball, and he's going to come close to the first down. He got over the 40-yard line. So nice gain that time by Caleb Gosperson. He picked up, it was 2nd, and it's about 3rd and 1 now. So he did pick up 14 yards that time. Cats are continuing. There's all kinds of new Cats out there right now, and they're just kind of letting the clock roll down. And here we come again. Number 23 is Brody Mitchell. He's out here on the far side as a wideout position. The ball is given to Gosperson, and he gets the first down. And he moves a pile of Yellow Jackets that time to pick up another couple of yards. He is a hard-nosed runner. There's no doubt about that. And we will be close to 7 minutes by the time we get ready to snap the ball this time. Cats have done a good job offensively and defensively, but probably, Matt, again, the defense has been the ticket for us tonight, hasn't it?
Yeah, they're really doing good stopping them when they need to be stopped, stuffing them when they need to be stuffed.
Yeah, and they've given the offense the opportunities to do what they needed to do. Gosperson is loose, and he is still running, and he falls down at the 20-yard line. He's tripped up on a shoestring catch.
Nice somersault.
Yeah, nice run that time. It was about a 40-yard pickup. And the clock, it will stop just long enough to move the chains. And here we go. And the clock is running is 6:49 when this ball is snapped. And the ball goes to White and is given to Gosperson again. He goes right up the middle, and he may be the workhorse that finishes the clock out for the Cats.
Tripped up by Quentin Hendricks.
Yeah, Hendricks plugged the hole. He's a linebacker. 6:21, 20. And the Cats just continuing. Great victory for the Cats tonight. They will be 3-0. The Yellow Jackets will drop to 1-2. And I'm not sure exactly what the Carthage score is, but they will very well. Looked like they were handling their ball game without any trouble. And we're going to have a timeout. And we're going to take a...
I could mention a few of our sponsors tonight.
Let's do that.
Yeah, we have a few more that we want to thank. And just remember, folks, these sponsors make this broadcast possible. We wouldn't be able to do this without their support of Neosho Schools and KNEO Radio, who is bringing you these broadcasts tonight. So Tally Tire, the law offices of Wood and Peterson, New Mac Electric, Sports Locker, KSN KODE, Zach's Car Wash, McKay Quality Roofing, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Hillcrest Church of Christ, your local YMCA, Christian Healthcare Ministries, 86 Mini Storage, and finally, the Free Market Physician Health Clinic located here in Neosho, also locations in Joplin and Cassville. And again, if you go into any of these businesses or see somebody from one of these businesses this week, I just ask that you thank them for their support of these broadcasts. And if you need services at one of these locations that you've seen a spot for tonight, we just encourage you to check them out and see what they can do for you.
Now, normally about this time, if Jim Jackson was here, I'd say thank you all for letting a couple of old men have a good time. But since you guys are considerably younger than that, I won't say that, but we are having a good time, aren't we, Matt?
Oh, we're having a blast.
Ball's given to Gosperson again, and he's going to weave his way over the 20-yard line to about the 18. And there's 5 minutes and 49 seconds left in the ball game. Harvest Bank will bring you the Brandon Touty post-game show, and then after that, it'll be the drive time show, and Luke will have all of the scores from around the area.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
And if people want to check that out ahead of time, they can go to kneo.org/scoreboard. Just look for scoreboard under the sports tab on our website.
They can. So 5 minutes and 16 seconds, and the ball is given to Gosperson, and he's going around a corner, and he's going to score.
Oh, touchdown, Gosperson.
Touchdown, Caleb Gosperson. Nice job of getting to the outside and following one blocker into the end zone. 53-17 in favor of the Wildcats.
Oh.
And there was a penalty flag, and I'm not sure what it was. We may have to do this over. I thought they had already signaled touchdown. Apparently it was a holding call, and that's going to negate that touchdown. So we'll go back to 47-17.
Got to keep it clean down there.
And it's going to be 3rd and 8. Yeah, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. So we're going to start over again, and we'll get our 25 seconds, and it's 5:04 left in the ball game. Looks like that the linebackers, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 linebackers and 3 up people for Lebanon. It looks like that they might have been trying to put on a little bit of a blitz, and that's exactly what they're doing. And Ethan White sees that, and he goes around the far side. So the Cats had a good idea. They saw the blitz coming, but just not quite far enough.
Brought down by Weston McKinney.
Yeah, Weston McKinney, yeah. And we 4 minutes and 39 seconds left. 26 seconds left on the clock, and it's 4th down. Cats will be very content, not very content, but they turn the ball over on downs. But they really would like to kick this one in. It's 4th down, and it's about 8. And we've got wide out spread clear across the field.
Yeah.
And there's a pass. And it's a nice catch. Nice catch. And that was number 12, I believe, isn't it?
12. 7. 17?
17 would be Cade Sykes, that's right. And he got the first down. In fact, he fell down. I think he and the defender got tangled up, and he got up and finished the route and made the catch. So nice play that time. Now 4:04 left on the clock. And it is a first and goal from the 10. This ball will go to Mr. Gosperson. And it does just exactly that. And he gets up and gets about 2 yards. He had his first varsity touchdown. Unfortunately, it was called back on a holding call just a little bit earlier. It'd be nice to be able to get him in the end zone. And it is 2nd and 9. 17 seconds left on the play clock. And the Cats are very content to just stand there and look. So here we go. There's the ball, and it is given to Gosperson, and here he goes. And he's going to get in, and he's going to get, obviously, close to the first down. So it was a nice job that time, and he continues to keeping the ball on the ground, and the clock continues to run. Be with us next Thursday at the Marion Sports Complex when the Lady Cats will take on who's become a real foe of theirs in the Ozark Tigers. And then Friday night, we will be coming to you from Waynesville, Missouri, where the Cats will have an opportunity to go up 4-0 for the start of the season. And Gosperson hanging on to the ball, and he gets stopped. Cohen DuPont is the slot back for the Cats. And it's going to be 4th and goal from the 3. And there's 23 seconds left, so by the time we snap the ball, it'll be less than a minute and a half and the ball game will be over. John Ball, Matt Ball, and Luke Taylor with you. We're certainly glad that you hung on and watching the Cats, and hope that you have been rewarded for something really exciting. Gosperson has the ball,
they had his number
and
that
they
time.
decided that time nothing doing. So we'll turn the ball over.
Brought down by Quentin Hendricks.
Brought down by Quentin Hendricks, and we've got a whole new defense of clean black jerseys.
Yeah, you got to get them younger guys in.
Absolutely. Gosperson goes both ways. He's going to come back in, and he'll be playing, looks like, a middle linebacker position.
Yeah.
You bet. Also in there's numbers 64. That is Brian Tapia. And let's see, who else do we see down there? Adam Carmelio.
Nice
and
hit.
A nice tackle made that time. And that was by number 4, and that was Martin Oliver. Oliver still staying in the ball game a little bit along the way. Weston Richardson is a safety over here on this side. There's less than a minute left in the ball game. It looks like it. Looks like that we're just going to be very content to finish the ball game. Number 74 for them is Colin Alford, and he's in there for the first time tonight.
Brought down by Aiden Carrillo.
Wildcats are now with the see you later. No, hey, goodbye. That'll be the last play of the ball game, I believe. And number 8, York, just falls on the ball.
Brought down by Greenfield.
Yeah, brought down by Greenfield.
Joy in Greenfield.
And I believe there's a chance that'll be yes, it is. It's the last play of the game. So the Cats win at 47-17. Stick around. We will have a little bit of a summary and a wrap-up. We'll wait for Coach Brandon Touty to get up here and talk with us, and then we'll have the drive-by scoreboard show that's brought to you by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'll be right back after this.
Today's sporting event is being made available for your family by Chris Wright of Dig Right Equipment Rental, located just off Highway 49 at the Carterville exit by Casey's. Open Monday through Friday and Saturdays till noon with rentals of outdoor construction equipment and even attachments for your machines. Chris Wright of Dig Right Equipment Rentals is a proud supporter of today's game. 417-317-4995.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. For more information, 417-221-6795 or online at proluberepair.com.
My name's Pastor James for the Neosho Church of Nazarene. Just have a privilege here to share with you a word of encouragement today. You know, in the world in which we live, people are always making plans. We're trying to navigate through life, and sometimes life can be kind of complicated and rather layered as we're trying to figure out direction and trajectory and all of these things. But the Bible tells us to commit all of our plans to the Lord, to trust in the Lord with all our heart, to lean not on our own understanding, to acknowledge Him in all our ways, and He will make our path straight. I'm a firm believer that the Lord has incredible plans for our lives, and so many times we deviate from those because we get to chasing after all of these other things that are out there in the world. The Bible tells us that before we were even born, that the Lord had things that He wanted our lives to accomplish. And so I would just encourage all of you today, and I don't think it's by accident that you've stumbled across this video, and I would just encourage you to seek the Lord, to lean in and to find out what He has for your life, because I promise you that will be the best life that you could live. May the Lord bless you. Hope you have a wonderful day.
You've been listening to the Final Drive Scoreboard Show on the KNEO Sports Network. The Final Drive Scoreboard Show is sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. See how one of their certified physicians, certified athletic trainers, or a therapist can help you get back in the game. Join us again after the game next week as we will once again bring you all the latest scores right here on the Final Drive Scoreboard Show, sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network.
Welcome back, and so the broadcast is not over for tonight. We want to share a few scores with you from the area, and hopefully we'll get a little interview with Coach Brandon Touty here soon too, but a few scores from the area, brought to you by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. The Carthage Tigers are in the fourth quarter, and they're winning against the Glendale Falcons 41-15. The Willard Tigers are up in the third quarter over the Waynesville Tigers 28-7. The Republic Tigers are up over the Ozark Tigers right now. As latest score we have is 21-0. Webb City Cardinals are up over the Kickapoo Chiefs 49-21. And then Nixa Eagles have won against the Joplin Eagles with a score of 28-14. The Big 8 Conference, let's take a look at their scores tonight. The Lamar Tigers are up over the Tipton Cardinals 21-7. The Seneca Indians are in their fourth quarter right now against Nevada Tigers, and Seneca's winning 54-33. The Monette Cubs are winning in the fourth quarter right now against the Aurora Hound Dogs with a score right now of 60-16. Cassville Wildcats were victorious tonight over the East Newton Patriots with a score of 24-14. And the McDonald County Mustangs were victorious over the Mount Vernon Mountaineers, score right there of 48-7. The Ozark Mountain Conference, let's take a look at their scores. And we just have a halftime score right now on the West Plains game against the Hillcrest Hornets, but at the half, West Plains Zizzers were up 49-0 over Hillcrest. The Branson Pirates were victorious tonight over the Bolivar Liberators with a final score of 35-6. Carl Junction Bulldogs won over the Marshfield Blue Jays, final score there of 49-15. And then the Logan Rogersville Wildcats won against the Parkview Vikings tonight, score there of 34-12. If we take a look at the Mid-Lakes Conference, Fairgrove Eagles are in the third quarter right now, or that's the latest score that we have. Third quarter score, though, 28-14 over the Buffalo Bisons. Let's see, we have a final score in the game of the Clever Blue Jays against the Reed Spring Wolves. That score is 21-4 with Clever winning. All right, it looks like Coach Touty is making his way here.
Yeah, he's making his way up here, and we want to thank Arvest Bank of Neosho. At Arvest Bank of Neosho, we believe in the power of serving others. From small businesses to agriculture, whether you're looking for someone to help manage your mortgage or an expert in wealth management, we got you covered. You deserve a financial partner who cares and can help you reach your financial goals. Arvest Bank in Neosho, proud to call Neosho home. And just that perfect timing, here's Coach Touty. Coach, congratulations. Great win tonight.
Yeah, I'm super proud of our kids. I mean, that's about as complete of a game as we've played in a long time. And, we challenged our kids all week. We knew it would be a physical game, and we wanted to prove we were the more physical team, and they did that.
Well, no doubt about it. But I tell you what, the defense came to play, didn't they?
Yeah, they really did. I mean, we knew that Lebanon was going to challenge us. That's a really good Lebanon offense. They're dynamic. They've got a lot of playmakers on the perimeter. They put up a lot of points this year on some really good defenses. So we challenged our defense just to do your job and trust the guy next to you, and they did that tonight. And so they played like a family, and proud of them.
Well, I tell you, hey, what's going on with this new connection that we've got with Patterson and Avon Plummer?
Yeah, I mean, what's special is it sounds like every week you ask me about a different wide receiver. So I think that's just a testament to how good our wide receivers are and the trust that Blaine has in all of them. And so he just, he finds his matchups he likes and he goes to them. And I can't say enough good things about Blaine and the start he's had to this season. His composure, his ability to make plays when we need him, and just running and passing. He's been a complete quarterback for us, so super proud of him.
Well, and we say this again every week. A lot of that has to do with that front five and offense and leaving things open for him, giving him plenty of time back there in the backfield to read the defense, and if he needs to call his own number, he can. And that made Lebanon a little bit gun-shy in the first half, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. I mean, we came out and we came right at him. I don't think a lot of people do that to Lebanon, and so I think they were kind of a little shocked. But our game plan was we were going to challenge them up front because we know that's the heart of our team. And Keyshawn, I don't know how many carries he had, but he carried the load all night for us and just kept on churning and churning and churning. Hit a couple big ones, but just consistently getting 4 or 5 yards a pop, and that's a credit to those guys up front. They took on that challenge, and then a lot of those same guys turned around and played defense, and so they took on that challenge too. And so I felt like we owned the line of scrimmage tonight, and when you do that, good things are going to happen.
But that's exactly right, and we gave some of our big guys rest in kind of a different way. We got to milk the clock and stand there and wait for the play clock to go down before they had to get back on the line, and I think that helped us.
Absolutely. Anytime we can get into a position to where we can relax a little bit and take some time off the clock, it definitely obviously plays in our favor. It plays because we're up, but plays in our favor because, to our kids, it's an eternity out there. They're used to snapping the ball, and I think they're sitting there and like, let's go, let's play a game. And so they feel like they just got a huge break when the other team's probably, that's how they practice, that's how they play, so it's nothing really special for them, but our kids feel like they're getting a ton of plays off when we can do that.
Yeah, they really are. It looks like we go to Waynesville next week, and right now it looks like in the third quarter, Willard is whomping Waynesville pretty good. They've only scored 4, and Willard has scored 37. So should be a great opportunity for us to get another 4-0 start.
Yeah, I mean, Waynesville's still a quality football team. You know, they're a big school. They always have a lot of good athletes, and so they're always scary. I know they've struggled the last couple of years, but when you've got athletes like they have, you're always capable of playing really well some game or pulling off an upset. So our kids are going to have to learn to stay focused, you know, and not read the newspaper clippings or listen to these interviews and hear about how good they are. And they're just going to have to.
Okay, so if you guys are listening to me, stay where your feet are.
Yes, sir.
And that's right here. That's where we are. And focus. Coach, thanks a lot. Congratulations. It's a great victory and a 3-0 start.
Appreciate it. Go Cats.
You bet. All right, and there you heard it from Coach Brandon Touty. Another great victory for the Cats tonight. Luke, I think we got all of the scores that we wanted to get done. You're nodding your head yes. So we will see you on Thursday night at the Marion Sports Complex when the Lady Cats will take on the Ozark Tigers. And then Friday night, we will be speaking to you from Waynesville, Missouri. So until then, remember, this weekend, take time to go to the place where you worship and thank God for all that He has done for us. We've been truly blessed, and we are blessed to live right here in the middle of the United States of America. So until we see you the next time, go Cats!
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic...
You've been listening to the Final Drive Scoreboard Show on the KNEO Sports Network. The Final Drive Scoreboard Show is sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. See how one of their certified physicians, certified athletic trainers, or a therapist can help you get back in the game. Join us again after the game next week as we will once again bring you all the latest scores right here on the Final Drive Scoreboard Show, sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.